The first thing I do after being revived is practice my sword 10,000 times a day and run 800 kilometers, because only in this way can I personally end my master, the one who on the outside seemed dedicated to teaching me, but in reality taught me flawed swordsmanship techniques, making me a laughingstock for the entire family. The most hateful thing is that he murdered my mother right before my eyes. Now that I have a chance to start over, I will make him pay 100,000 times over. As my spirit gradually weakened, my consciousness drifted into a daze. I see the very man who killed me, that teacher guiding my practice again. This makes me extremely confused because I was stabbed by this very person in front of me, pierced through the body with a sword. What the hell is happening? Didn't I just die? Perhaps I'm reliving my life a tragic death until the very last moment. A blue window suddenly appears before my eyes. Tutorial mission part 1: Punch Raiden in the face. What the hell is this? The mission starts with randomly attacking someone. What the hell do people normally have this kind of flashback when they die? I don't think he can see this. The man next to him spoke up and asked, "What's going on, John? Put down your weapon immediately." I don't understand what's happening anymore. This must be a gift from the god of death. Even if this is just a final chance to vent my anger before death, even if it's just an illusion, I'll still give him a good beating. With that, he used all his strength to punch the guy straight in the face. This action left the man completely stunned. How can this dream feel so real? The punch was so weak just now. Garden looked angry immediately. He swung his weapon and knocked him away. "You dare to walk away? I thought the lesson wasn't over yet. What the hell are you thinking? Why do I feel pain in this dream?" I understand your frustration as the awakening ceremony approaches and you've seen no progress despite your best efforts. I should have continued talking about the awakening ceremony, but I cannot forgive a student who dares to be insolent to his master as a Black Knight. You should use a sword, not your fists. I will see you in the next lesson. What the hell is going on? The others whispered and gossiped, mocking the fool. Why did he disappoint his master so much? Is this guy really a Ragnar? He's too weak. He'd even lose to a bastard if that's all he can do. After putting in so much effort, Theo clenched his fists, his face full of anger. I don't believe this. This pain is so real. I'm feeling it clearly. The sensation right now is incredibly vivid. This isn't a dream, this is real. The awakening ceremony will take place in 2 years. This means I've returned to the past, back to an earlier time. How? How could this have happened? Unbelievable, a system notification panel suddenly appeared. Congratulations, you have completed Tutorial Mission Part 1 reward. Activate the special ability of Draga. What do you want to receive the reward now? Choose yes or no. Please press the confirmation button. Immediately, a stream of light enveloped Theo. You have received the reward. All your stats will be significantly enhanced. What the hell is going on? The next mission begins. The Yoga family, a renowned ducal family, has the duty to protect the empire in the far north of the Six Lands. Thanks to that, the Vecna family can be as mighty and solid as a northern fortress wall. For over 1 millennium, their strength has come from an extraordinary physique, believed to inherit the powerful bloodline of dragons. All those who carry the Ragnar blood possess extraordinary innate magical abilities, resilient stamina, and a natural talent for swordsmanship. Except for me here at the Red Flower Palace, I understand. To be frank, I've never met anyone so incompetent. He is the swordsmanship instructor, randomly assigned to Ragnar. But that's why I'm here. He is the real Ragnar. I will teach him with all my ability. I will help him become strong enough to participate in the awakening ceremony next year. At least that's the plan. I entrust the boy to you, Ragnar. This lady is the mistress of the Red Flower Palace, Celia Ragnar. Please, take better care of the boy. He replied, of course, I plan to train him day and night. Don't worry, I'm not worried at all. I have faith in Theo. The screen changes. You're the one who should be worried, even if I don't teach him properly. He is in fact completely talentless. Like father, like son, it's true. That bloodline will go nowhere. Fantastic, a handsome payment. And the title of instructor for the main line of the Vecna family is the reward for leaking information about Theo and interfering with his growth. That person will secure my future. That Ragnar fool is my benefactor, just as the Ragnar idiot is my savior. While he was lost in thought, someone else came running breathlessly from a distance. That idiot, why did he leave him behind and run away? Damn, that failure elsewhere. As soon as he arrived, Theo heard his mother's voice calling, son, son, you must be very tired after today's training. Why do you think you've really returned to the past 15 years ago? The memories from before, the scene of his mother's body being murdered by him. Theo returns to reality with an empty gaze. I have to change the future right now. I'm too weak and empty-handed. But if that mysterious notification window is real, the reward notification sound has been activated. The talent of Ragnar has resonated. I can become stronger. Strong enough to stand firm in the battle for that cursed throne. And strong enough to get revenge. A notification sound rings out. Tutorial Mission Part 2. Train the body to its absolute limit. Surpass 100%. The screen changes. I want to get revenge right now. But in this weak physical state, this is beyond my ability. I need to prioritize getting stronger first. The intelligence agency I joined in my past life, the Black Guard. I was transferred down to the level 10 information gathering team due to a lack of necessary skills. But I never expected to use the information I gathered. In this way, a medicine that makes the body extraordinarily strong The elixir of the Blood Sword Emperor and its true value will be revealed in this manual, and most importantly, the harsh training regimen I gave up on because I thought I had no talent. It's all possible thanks to the Ragnar talent. The notification window is real. The tutorial mission part 2, notification sounds, train the body to its limit 27 out of 100. People around began to gossip. How many laps has he run without resting? How is he so fit? I will have to move more than ever before. And swing my sword more than any time before, only then can I become truly strong. Mission notification part 2, train body to the limit 65 out of 100%. A few days later, this girl is the manager of area number 4, Evelyn Nabel. She's been training non-stop for days. That Ragnar fool. Is he really that pathetic? I'll definitely die watching this. Mission notification. Tutorial mission part 2. Train body to the limit 97 out of 100%. I must train my body to its absolute limit. Last night, 90 out of 100% dropped to 89 out of 100%. I can't believe the rate dropped just because I rested a little. Now I won't stop until I complete it 98 out of 100%. I'm almost there. Almost done 99 out of 100%, just a little more until I can't breathe anymore. From above, Evelyn was also watching, intently following his every step, ceaselessly striving, racing against every moment. The system sound rings out, 100 out of 100%. Congratulations, you have completed tutorial mission. Part 2, you have received the Dragon's Heart as a reward. Additional reward for excellent mission completion, you receive 10 spells from your previous life. Do you want to receive the reward right now? Choose yes or no. Reaching out with his trembling hand, he pressed the confirm button to claim the reward. Instantly, a beam of light shone down from the sky, illuminating the spot where Theo was standing, causing Evelyn, who was standing above, to be startled and shocked the moment he opened his eyes again. He found himself in a strange place. Please don't worry, this is the lounge of tribe number 4. Although you are a Jekka, you will be exhausted if you keep pushing yourself like this. Evelyn, do you remember me? I am the manager of area number 4, Evelyn Naraveril. This morning, you fainted while training by yourself, so I brought you here. I see, thank you. Please continue. But young master, you know that in the Ragnar clan, opening the Mana Hall before the awakening ceremony is forbidden, right? Theo replied, of course. Evelyn continued, so everyone knows what will happen if this rule is broken. Theo replied, why are you suddenly asking me that? Right before you fainted, there was a flow of mana that coincided with the time the Mana Hall was opened. Did you perhaps open the Mana Hall, young master? Theo Ragnarok, what do you think you are saying? My Mana Hall. If I had opened it, I wouldn't be alive right now. Suddenly, a light emanated from his body. Images from the past appeared in his memory. You have received a dragon as a reward, an additional reward for completing the mission. Quickly receive 10 spells from a past life. Oh my god, a dragon's heart. The heart of a dragon, a mana reservoir, can be placed inside a dragon's heart. Placing the mana reservoir in the heart increases its operational efficiency, but humans, creatures that are not dragons, place it in the lower abdomen because the human heart cannot withstand the reservoir. Mana. That is why every warrior, including the Ragnar, covets a dragon's heart. It is an easy way to achieve extraordinary power. However, humans have never been able to break their own limits, but now the dragon's heart belongs to me. The mission reward was truly unexpected, but because of it, I am now in a difficult situation. Grand Swordmaster Evelyn Naraver, she retired after losing her left arm, and became the manager of training ground number 4, however. She was the captain of the Silver Dragon Knight Order. She possessed extraordinary skills. Even the ghost dragons of the Silver Dragon Knight Order respected her. Furthermore, she is known for being extremely strict and disciplined. She is not the type to value status or power, and she cannot tolerate any deceit or cowardly behavior. There was even a time, because she was too rigid, she gave up her own position as a direct master. In other words, if she finds out about the mana reservoir inside my dragon's heart, I will be executed immediately. Even so, please continue. Do you have the courage to bear the consequences? What do you think will happen if it's not discovered? Go on, threaten me, just because of your outburst of emotion. Do you dare to take responsibility for that? As I see it, this situation is beyond saving. I also come from the Vecna lineage. If your suspicions are found to be completely wrong, this act could be considered an insult to the honor of the Vecna clan. Yes, that's right, that is an unbreakable rule. Do you know the punishment for those who dare to insult a descendant of the clan? Ragnar, the girl replied. You seem to understand the punishment, so why don't you verify it yourself? Evelyn thought to herself, what is this strange feeling? What kind of person is this guy? But that was definitely a mana wave. Evelyn continued. Then let me see, she thought. Even if he has Rekna blood, the law is the law, there are no exceptions. After checking his mana flow, Evelyn stood there stunned and speechless. There's no mana at all. How could I have been mistaken? Why? It's impossible. Impossible. No mana. That's not right. Please execute me. I was wrong. I will atone with my own life. I was thinking, how did she know that a dragon's heart is different from a normal mana reservoir? The existence of a mana reservoir in a dragon's heart can be controlled by the user. In other words, I can conceal my mana at will, and the fact that ordinary people can possess a dragon's heart won't be known for several more years. How could she have known that in advance? Theo continued to speak. It's all right, you were just doing your duty, weren't you? No, not many people would risk their lives like that. I think Evelyn is one of the strongest. Making her indebted to me will be more beneficial for us, Theo continued. Furthermore, the reason opening a mana reservoir is restricted before the opening ceremony is due to concerns about the mana reservoir overflowing. Your concern for me, the half-blood of Regna, has filled my mana reservoir and made me very pleased. I am very grateful to you for taking care of me, Evelyn. Hearing these words, the girl stood speechless. A dragon's heart and 15 magical abilities from my past life. In this life, I will be invincible. A few days later, no, that's not it. You have to swing the sword a little more to the right. How many times have I told you I think I'm getting stronger? But pretending to learn from Random is really difficult. That idiot Random, he's secretly teaching me strange swordsmanship techniques. A little more to the right. I'm sure there's someone pulling Random's strings. The one who murdered me. I have to find out who he is. Suddenly, he paused, smiling faintly, as if he had just realized something. Young master, Random, no talking during training. I don't understand what the hell you're teaching. It's all just useless stuff. With your mediocre abilities, how can you possibly become an intermediate swordsman? He thought the mission was assigned randomly. As he continued to speak, I feel like you'd even have trouble facing magic beasts. Low-level ones. What? What did you just say? Theo thought to himself. He must be pretending to be an instructor, to monitor me. Then he continued. Are you deaf? Your skills are nothing but a pile of stinking garbage. He thought I'll make him so mad he drops the young master title. Theo told himself, if something happens, he will definitely have to report to the mastermind behind this. At Kumaya Palace, a panicked person ran in to report. Have you heard the news? That bastard son of Regna will have a match with my master next week. It seems he's blaming the master for his own incompetence. After that match, he'll surely be crippled. Before he could finish his sentence, the person opposite him casually knocked the cup away, deforming his face and causing him to faint on the spot. A cripple. With an unknown background, what does he have to do with me? This person is one of the 4 guardians of the Northern Black Tiger. Axandraga, this man, is a member of the Northern 4 Guardians Silver Fox. He should have been crippled long ago. If you're careless, you'll be in trouble. This person is among the 9 renowned heavenly dragons. I only fear those with real power. Aren't you worrying too much? You should be concerned about that bastard kid along with Jekka. The impossible can also happen. It's just a very small 1%. A small spark in the wind can also burn down an entire forest. But on second thought, this is also a stroke of luck. That instructor will take care of this for us. A week later, at training ground number 4, everyone was waiting anxiously. From the stands, Evelyn was also watching the match with a mysterious person. What terrible taste. At first, I only intended to humiliate him and get him dismissed. But things went too far. Now what's done is done. The announcement for the guidance mission part 3 rang out. Defeat Random and claim victory. I will get my revenge. Random, I said, your skills are just useless. You're fired. Random, get out, young master. In my opinion, this is unacceptable. My contract is still long-term. What's going on? If the employer fires you, then just hit the road and disappear. What do you think? Based on my past experience, I want to beat him to a pulp right now. But I'm still not confident enough in my abilities. First, I'll separate from him and gather more information. Random thought to himself, this can't happen if I get fired. My mission will fail. I have to convince this kid, young master. Wait, this is against the regulations. I will sue you in court. The announcement for the guidance mission part 3 rang out. Challenge and defeat Random. At that moment, Evelyn, who was nearby, spoke up. All right, then let's do this. Let's settle this the Ragnarok family way. Evelyn, what's the Ragnarok way? The girl continued. The law of the strong. Let the outcome of the match decide. There's no need to make a big deal and take this to court. The winner gets to decide. What a great idea. Random thought to himself, the gods are on my side. Evelyn added, the match will be held this day next week. Sounds good, Random thought to himself. Not really, I'm still not strong enough to beat Ragnar. 1 week later, I heard he still can't use a sword properly, right? No way. After all, he's at least a Ragnar, I told you. If he's just an ordinary member of the Ragnarok family, he's just the black sheep of the Ragnarok clan. How could he possibly defeat an intermediate-level swordsman? This is Random Hawaii, an intermediate-level swordsman. Young master, if you apologize to me right now, I'll pretend this whole thing never happened. You don't have to do this for some false pride. Before he could finish, Theo, who was standing beside him, cut him off. I should be the one saying that. This kid is Theo Ragnar, a swordsman apprentice. If you don't want to become a one-armed swordsman, you should just accept your dismissal. It's come to this, and he thinks I was going to let you go, because you look so pathetic, but not anymore. I'll kill him and pretend it was an accident. The outcome is already set. This is much better, Random continued. Then please you go first. As your teacher, I will let you have the first move. My thanks. As soon as he finished speaking, he grabbed his sword and charged forward. He immediately raised his sword to block. A loud clash rang out. Everyone in the stands was completely shocked. They couldn't believe what they were seeing. What in the world? Everybody look over there. Just as expected, that fool is on the defensive. He has no clue how to use a sword. If this continues, he's going to die. What's wrong, young master? You can't even do a thing. Against an intermediate swordsman you once looked down on. He thought the outcome was already crystal clear. From what I can see, he's not even a junior swordsman, just a knight in training. His skills have improved abnormally recently, but that's his limit. If his skills could at least reach the level of the four heavenly kings of the north, only then might he be able to turn the tables. But what right does this Ragnar trash have to even be compared? Flashing back to an earlier time with Evelyn, what were you planning when you suggested this duel? I'm just supporting you. If you want to eliminate him, you have to do it cleanly and decisively. It seems he has a backer, so just firing him won't do any good. Evelyn, how did you know that? Because he's teaching you a very unusual kind of swordsmanship, so I secretly had his background investigated. From Evelyn's point of view, she thought to herself, wondering how this could be. What the hell is going on? Where did this guy even come from? She wondered. Evelyn was completely unaware of this in my past life. Could it be that I've drawn her attention because of my mana circuit? The girl continued to speak. According to my investigation, all traces of random all lead back to the Kumaya Royal Palace. You think the Kumaya Royal Palace is involved? Could it all be over that stupid war for the throne, those bastards? However, Theo was surprised she already knew. But with my current power, I can't defeat random. I know what I have to do. You can do it. You're underestimating your own potential, young master. Back to the present. Ha ha ha, if you kneel and beg, I'll spare. Random immediately unleashed a powerful strike on the sword. He thought, wait, what's happening? He's continuously blocking my attacks. What's going on? This isn't the Theo Ragnar I know. How have his skills improved so drastically? The surrounding crowd murmured, huh, is he being pushed back? Isn't he fighting back against him? Back to 1 week earlier. If I train you for 1 week, you'll easily overpower someone like Random. Ignoring his instructor and teaching him myself is against the rules. But then again, Random wasn't qualified to be a teacher anyway, Theo thought. I never expected it to turn out this way. It's lucky I was able to put Evelyn in my debt. However, there's still one thing bothering me, Theo continued. Why did you go so far to help me? Is it because of last time? Precisely. But I know someone who would be very interested in you. He's one of the 10 wanted geniuses. Back in the present, he wondered to himself. He was just an incompetent fool at first, so why? Or was he faking it from the start? But for what reason? Theo asked Random, who was the one backing you? You mean my sponsor? You think I didn't know? All this time, you've only been teaching me useless things. Do you have any idea how hard I had to work to get into this Cornelia Palace? Hearing that, Random broke out in a cold sweat and froze. Theo continued. It's good that you're being honest, Random. Do you know what it feels like to have your arm cut off? At that moment, Theo's sword swung, severing the man's arm. This action horrified everyone in the audience. He screamed in agony, collapsing. My arm, you bastard. Do you really think this makes you stronger than me? Random screamed, impossible. This is ridiculous, Theo thought, and I can get even stronger. What was it you said before? That it's my fault things ended up like this. What do you mean? Your death today is on you. By the law of the strong of the Ragnar bloodline, you are the weakest. Wait, just like that? He swung his sword and cut off his head. A notification sound played. Congratulations, you have completed tutorial mission part 3. In the stands, everyone was stunned. In the dim shadows, an old man smiled mysteriously. Notification sound for defeating your opponent. You have received a worthy reward. Claim reward now. Select yes or no. The reward has been granted. An image appeared before him. The crowd in the stands murmured amongst themselves. That useless brat actually won. A swordsman apprentice beat an intermediate level 1. How is that possible? You are so weak and useless. How is this possible? I had to put up with this bastard in my past life, but from now on, everything will change. Notification, sound, reward. The skill observation has been activated. Bonus reward 1 year's worth of mana. He thought, oh mana, but what exactly is observation? At the same time, someone else appeared from above, shattering the ground on impact. He roared. Hearing it, Theo immediately whipped his head around to look. This man is the Demon Dragon, Julius Ragnar, commander of the White Armored Dragon Knights. Theo thought, the Demon Dragon. Why is he here? How long has he been watching? The others whispered, it's the commander of the White Armored Dragon Knights. Why is one of the 9 dragons here? He completely destroyed the fighting stage. Is it that difficult to make a normal entrance? With a menacing look on his face, he stared intently at Theo and walked closer. Theo thought, hey, what is this? Did I do something wrong? His eyes suddenly turned bloodshot and then he burst out laughing. Ha 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 ha. Interesting, very interesting. I'm truly surprised. Are you always like this? The student has surpassed the master. No, you went and killed him. A bit cheeky, aren't we? But I heard he had it coming. Lord Julius, heavens, who cares about that? Theo Ragnar joined the Silver Armored Dragon Knights. In the stands, Evelyn also smiled faintly. The people around started murmuring. No, it can't be. That failure of the Ragnar family is joining the Silver Armored Dragon Knights, no matter how strong he is. At the same time, someone else added, he thought, can a swordsman apprentice who hasn't even had his awakening ceremony be admitted? The person beside him replied, I don't think there's ever been a precedent, he told himself. There certainly hasn't. Correctly assessing someone's true abilities is an impossible task when their mana flow is still sealed. Even if their true sword is an exception, they are still limited by the lack of magical energy no matter how strong Julius is. I can't say for sure, but the Demon Dragon has the ability to see through that hidden potential. Is he saving that opportunity for Ragnar himself? The story continues. I was forced to reject the offer with an innocent expression. The man next to him also fell silent. This act once again astonished all the spectators in the stands. What is happening? At that moment, everyone around started to buzz with chatter. I heard that failure is the young master. Rumor has it he defeated his own master. Really? His master must have been too weak. Actually, that old man did seem incompetent, and after witnessing that performance, the demon dragon personally invited him to join the dragon cavalry. The young master in white armor declined the offer because he felt he wasn't capable enough. Someone from the Vecna family is being humble. That's truly a rare sight at the Camellia Palace. This is getting serious. I can't believe he dared to kill Vanden. This woman is the mistress of the Camellia Palace, Amin Jaka. Another person standing behind spoke up. Please don't worry too much, my lady. Didn't you specifically send Vanden there? His death was due to his own lack of skill. What? The death of a nobody like him has nothing to do with us. Brother, this person is the rising heavenly dragon S. The demon dragon came to recruit him personally. What's more, rumor has it Evelyn requested this, which means we can't get involved by sending someone else. If he starts to attract attention, it will make controlling the Rose Palace more complicated. Just then, another person entered the room and continued, attracting attention. Mother, you're worrying too much. The patriarch would never care about such a trivial matter. Our plan can still proceed as intended. The mother replied, you know the best way to take control of the Rose Palace without upsetting the family head is to keep Theo incompetent forever, right? I was thinking the same thing. That fool is still completely useless. What can someone like him possibly achieve? Evelyn and the demon dragon always have an interest in failures. It's a good thing you didn't act rashly. Well done. If both mother and you are so worried, I will teach him a lesson so he knows his place. You did very well today, young master. The scene was truly impressive. Thank you, Miss Evelyn. Learning from a true master like you is a completely different experience. It would be much better if you joined the White Dragon Knight squad. Exactly why did you refuse that offer? Considering the prestige of the Platinum Dragon Knights, it would be a lie to say I have no regrets. It was my dream in my past life. However, joining now would be a mistake, because there's no reason to limit myself so early, especially when I think about the privilege reserved for the best in the awakening ceremony. Joining the Platinum Dragon Knights is nothing. I don't want to receive any special favors. I'm not yet qualified. Being trained by you for the awakening ceremony is more than enough for me. All right, the commander will be very disappointed. Using your eyes, you activate the observation skill. A notification sound rings. Observe Everlyn Narao. Character information: Everlyn Narao. Age 24, female, title Vice Commander of the Silver Dragon Knight Squad, rank high-ranking swordsman. Mood: admires Theo's humility and character, feeling enthusiastic about guiding Theo, reminiscing about the Silver Dragon Knight Squad. This observation skill is really useful. It will definitely benefit me in the future. Mood: admires Theo's humility and personality, feels excited about teaching Theo, reminiscing about the Silver Dragon Knights. Just then, another person approached and spoke. Young Master Theo, please excuse the intrusion. I am from the Southern Investigation Division. I am Sibinri. I have something to discuss with you. With me? Who do you think you are to speak to me like that? Observe notification sound. Observe Sibinri. Exactly, that's right, character information. Sibinri, 17 years old, title, the useless one of the Southern Investigation Division, rank intermediate apprentice, swordsman, status, loyal, extremely respectful. If Theo wishes to duel with Theo. Theo thought to himself, admiration, how can he admire this current appearance of mine? A notification sound rings. The final challenge quest has begun. Challenge quest number 4. Erase the nickname Ragnar's failure. 28 out of 100%. The surrounding scenery changes. I aspire to be someone like you, young master. I never paid attention to you before. I even thought you were truly the failure of Ragnar. What is this kid thinking? But I realized my mistake when I witnessed you training diligently every morning and the results of those arduous days of practice. Returning to an earlier time, this is the strength you revealed during the last match. You are my ideal role model, young master. Theo, the moment I wanted to give up because I was called the failure of the Northern Investigation team, you appeared like a guiding light for me. Therefore, please grant me the opportunity to face you. Normally, I would be suspicious of his intentions. System information: Josh Binnery, 17 years old. Nickname: the useless one of the Northern Investigation Division, level apprentice swordsman. Status: extremely respectful, wishes to duel with Theo. But it seems he's telling the truth. How unexpected after defeating Vanden. The rumor that I was favored by Lord Julius spread widely. There were those who were unconvinced and made all sorts of excuses to challenge me. I never expected someone to genuinely want to help me. Perhaps I'm about to get a chance to restore the honor of a young master. Furthermore, I need to build my own power base so that in the future, I can secure the position of family head. And this quest, the quest log shows the 4th tutorial section. Escape the nickname Vecna's useless 128 out of 100%. This is the final tutorial quest. This hateful title has been stuck to me all this time. Thanks to this opportunity, I can completely shake it off. Following Evelyn's words, we will have a friendly match. Of course, Theo Ragnar, just display your full strength. The apprentice swordsman of the Rose Palace is awaiting the awakening ceremony. My master Evelyn Naraver is right beside me. Hearing this, the girl quietly smiled. Shibiri, apprentice swordsman of the Northern Investigation Division 1, inherited the Curry family's traditional swordsmanship, and I have mastered swift sword techniques. Please guide me. As soon as he finished speaking, he dashed towards Theo, unleashing a series of chaotic sword strikes. He thought he's so fast. Although I'm called the failure of the Northern Investigation Division, I'm very confident in my own speed. As expected, your strength is extraordinary. Theo thought to himself, this guy is called a failure. If I had met him in my past life, I'm afraid I couldn't have lasted 3 rounds. But now he's not worth worrying about. With just a light flick of the hand, his body was thrown far away and slammed into a corner of the wall. Just as I thought you were truly very strong. I've lost. Thank you. I've learned a lot. You fought very well. Theo thought to himself, wait, can I use observe on myself? No, observe a notification sound rings. Observing Theo Ragnar. Alright, it's really possible. Character notification, Theo Ragnar, 17 years old, birth year, title Jack K's useless one. Talent player tomato observe. Not displayed. Not displayed status eagerly awaiting the awakening ceremony. Level 1 strength 1.3 dexterity 1.4 vitality 1.2 magical energy 1.90 intelligence 1.1 1 luck 49 not displayed. Your status window has been activated. From now on you can view your combat abilities through these parameters. The skills you possess are listed in the talents section. Talent observe not activated. This means if I keep doing quests, I can unlock 4 more skills. Awesome, I finally know my own stats. My magic stat seems quite high. It's probably thanks to the accumulation from my past life and the dragon's heart. But what's with the negative luck stat? Am I cursed by some force? Negative 49 luck? I must have been so unlucky in my past life. While looking at the crowd ahead, his eyes suddenly darted back when he saw the others had gathered there. Everly thought, even though Random seems weak, but he's still an intermediate level swordsman, and yet the young master defeated him so easily. He even received praise from the commanders. It follows the principle that the strong take all. People here have 2 kinds of reactions. Either they're jealous of the young master, or they admire him, and that crowd over there seems to be showing their admiration. The rumors really are true. If I were his opponent, I wonder if I could block that attack. I think so too. I wish I had a chance to fight him. Attribute information, Lauren Allen, 19 years old, gender. Male, title pillar of Viscount Nalin, level, novice, swordsman, talents, passion, and endurance, mood. Eager to duel with Theo. Letting out an excited sigh, Theo responded to Ionalyn. Sir, you know me. Come up here and have a duel with me. It's an honor to compete with you. I am Ionalyn, the 3rd son of Viscount Nalin. The sword style I practice is the Dual Heaven Ascension. From the Vatna School of the Rose Palace, please accept my challenge. Immediately, the 2 of them clashed in a fierce fight. System notification sound. Basic swordsmanship proficiency has been upgraded. He suddenly pulled his sword back, then unleashed a powerful strike at him. However, Theo reacted in time and parried the blow with his sword. Notification sound, heart-swapping sword art proficiency has increased. His sword was knocked 10 meters away. I lost. Notification sound. You have received the recognition of the black hole luck stat increased by 1 point. He wondered if receiving praise was a way to increase his luck stat. Perhaps luck depends on one's reputation. You have gained experience. In that case, I'll continue to compete. You have received support from Benat Ramiro. Luck increased by 1 point. You have received praise from Eric Morin. Luck stat increased by 1. Manfred Nonberg has expressed admiration for you. Luck points increased by 1 unit. You have received recognition from Manuel. Your luck has been increased by 1. Viral Burn has given you praise. Another point of luck for you. Daniel Simon has expressed his respect for you. Luck stat increased by 1 tier. Letting out a tired sigh, he continued to listen to the next praises. Is there anyone else? I think I've already fought many people. Tutorial Mission Part 4 Escape. The nickname Ragnar's useless. 29 out of 100. But why did it only increase by 1%? It must be because they all already acknowledge my strength. It seems I have to fight stronger opponents, or I have to prove myself in front of those who used to look down on me. I need to participate in some events. Just then, a voice came from behind. You look tired. Are you all right? Theo replied. You can stop when I can no longer stand. If you say so, then I'll have a match with you. This man is the Silver Lion. Remington Casio, Theo thought in shock. Remington. The people around started to murmur. Remington, one of the 4 Northern Hounds. Explanation. The 4 Northern Hounds consist of Haslan Kakai, J. Ragnar, Remington Casio, and Action Ragnar of the Kumaya Palace. That is the title for the 4 strongest of the generation in the awakening ceremony under the Ragnar family. Remington Casio, I came here to receive swordsmanship instruction from the young master. Before the ability awakening ceremony, notifications sound. I am observing Remington Casio. I am extremely grateful that you have accepted my request. Attribute information. Remington Casio, 17 years old, male, title Vice Chief of the Casio clan. Silver Lion, one of the 4 great masters of the North level apprentice swordsman. Talents: swordsmanship, genius, exceptional senses, resilient spirit. Status: astonished by an unexpected opponent. From the perspective of Kai Jake, the 3rd son of the great Northern Guardian Kai Jake, an apprentice knight awaiting the awakening ceremony, he couldn't believe that he would get to duel the genius, Remington, a man he had always respected, even though he was the one who proposed the duel. Kai-Jake continued, "This is truly a great honor, to have the opportunity to spar with the respected vice chief of the Casio family, who is so renowned," he thought. "I want to face him with all my strength. Please accept my challenge. Am I currently strong enough to defeat Remington?" One of the 4 heavenly kings of the north. Right now, the pressure radiating from Remington was immense. The next moment, the 2 swords clashed at a blinding speed. Notification sound tutorial mission part 4 rang out. Escape the nickname Ragnar's useless reached over 100%. The 2 of them clashed fiercely. In the blink of an eye, one of the swords shattered into pieces. This left all the onlookers completely astonished. Young master. Looking again, his sword was already pressed against Theo's neck. Did Theo lose? I can't believe it. The outcome was so clear. No matter how much the young master has grown and strengthened, there was no way he could win against the strongest member of the group of 4. However, the fighting spirit the young master displayed, just then a voice cut them off. "I concede. Thank you for the match. Your sword is chipped, not to mention you're also exhausted. I accept this 7th defeat. On a battlefield, nobody would say something like that. I lost the moment I was disarmed." Hearing that, he quietly broke into a smile. And so the 2 of them shook hands. "I hope we can have a formal match next time." "I hope so too." He's been acknowledged by a member of the group of 4. See, young master Theo is really different. Notification sound, challenge mission part 4. Escape the nickname 35 out of 100. 100% complete. From afar, Evelyn watched and smiled to herself. "In my assessment, he's truly very strong. Thanks to acquiring 10 abilities and completing the challenge mission, I've become far superior to my past self, but after dueling him, I realized I still have many shortcomings. It's a pity I was defeated. But I also gained quite a few benefits. Not only did my luck increase by 10 points, but my reputation also rose considerably." Notification sound. Ragnar's useless reached over 100%. The only regret is that the quest progress didn't increase by much, but I can find another method. At what point will I be able to gain their approval? The person beside him spoke up. "Young Master Theo, I didn't actually come here today to duel with you, but to invite you to join the Dragon Society. The Dragon Society is a high-level society, only for carefully selected members, and Remington is personally inviting him." Theo pondered. "I've been invited to the Dragon Society," he then said. "Is it appropriate for someone like me to join? Your group is quite famous. No, your skill level is very high. Besides, it's not a special guild or anything, it's just a gathering for those about to attend the coming-of-age ceremony. That's all." The people behind were whispering. "So why wasn't I invited?" "I want to cry," he thought. "You think I don't know why Remington wants to invite me? But the Dragon Society is centered around Asen. It's full of people who despise me. This is the perfect situation for me to speed up my quest progress, and it will allow me to investigate and learn more about the family and the Kumaya Royal Palace. So there's no reason to refuse. Thank you. In that case, I will join." Notification sound, challenge mission part 4, eliminate the nickname Ragnar's useless. 36 out of 100%. Everyone around was buzzing. He's officially become a member of the Dragon Society. That's a wise decision. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We'll meet again in 2 weeks. A while later, at the Rose Palace. "My son, I was about to tell you something, Mother. Mother, what is this?" "What is this?" "I heard you were invited into the Dragon Society. The Dragon Society is full of exceptional people, like the son of the cunning Amen and brilliant geniuses like Remington. Back then, he was still being watched by the council. Everything from his attire to his gestures was scrutinized very carefully. I know you have no problem with etiquette, but your attire and demeanor are a completely different matter. Luckily, I can help you with this. Don't forget that your mother was once an actress. I am very happy to help you, my dear son." An image flashes in his memory, the bastard son of a lowly concubine. A lowly concubine, she always felt guilty for giving me such a title, even though it was not your fault at all. How much hardship while raising a son like me. Back to the present. "My son, I believe you can do it." Theo smiled gently and hugged his mother tightly. "Don't worry anymore, Mother. I have joined the Dragon Society," Theo thought to himself. "I will crush the Dragon Society." 2 weeks later, at the Dragon Society's party not far from there, Remington was waiting for a carriage. He was startled to see Theo arriving. "Farewell. Young Master, you will surely succeed." "Is it really you, young Master?" "Theo, you look completely different from before." "Are you teasing me too, Remington?" "Haha, it's true, I'm not lying at all." Because deep down, Theo thought he was absolutely right. "I'm not just taller, but also much more muscular than before. This is the result of 2 weeks of hard training." Flashing back to an earlier time, "Young Master, Theo, let's train together." He suggested it. During that time, Remington came to find me every day. Now we've become much closer than before, not to mention my other companions. Evelyn, standing nearby, continued. "Actually, I only wanted to guide the young master for just a short period of time, but why did we run into so much trouble?" Hey, young Master Theo, those were 2 very tough weeks. I heard this is your first party." Theo replied, "Ah, that's right. You don't need to worry too much. I believe you'll do great. It's just my friend Aston. He can be a bit rude. However, it was Action who sent me a proposal. He said he wanted to meet you, so I hope you won't have a negative impression of him. He even organized this party for you. Theo thought to himself, so it wasn't Remington who invited me, but Action. Things are going quite smoothly, huh? Theo continued, I'm really looking forward to this. He thought I'll definitely be humiliated a lot. Elsewhere, Rekna's useless one. It's interesting to have a new puppet. This person is Action Rekna, one of the 4 heavenly kings of the north. Scene transition. We have arrived, young master. Theo looked ahead. He thought to himself, Kumaya Palace. The one who instigated random to block my path, you are also the one who destroyed me. My mother and the entire Rose Palace, shall we go in? Yes. I just received a notification that Action will personally come to welcome you. He is probably waiting at the entrance gate. According to the usual protocol, the reason Action wants to see me is all too clear. Because that piece of trash from the Ragnar house has started to move, so he will probably try to obstruct me. But I didn't come here unprepared. I'll show you who you're dealing with, Action. Theo looked ahead and was suddenly startled. That's the blue light of an S-rank quest. Why? Is there a quest right inside Arcadia Palace behind him? Remington ran over in a panic and shouted, Young Master Theo. Suddenly, an object fell from above, causing a large explosion. Young Master Theo. I'm fine. Theo looked up at the sky. Remington roared, what the hell are you doing? Theo thought, if this were my past life, I wouldn't have been able to dodge that, and would have taken the full brunt of that attack. I thought Remington was in on this too, but it seems that's not the case. Notification sound. Remington Cassio, 17 years old, male status, flustered by the unexpected event. Welcomed by having flour thrown at him. The person who did this came from the crowd. Another person in the crowd spoke up. What are you thinking? It's just a greeting between friends. Isn't this basic courtesy when we meet? It's just a greeting. What the hell are you doing? What, you're really getting angry? Just consider it a friendly greeting between brothers. Notification, sound, action. Ragnar, 17 years old, male, title Black Tiger, rank apprentice, swordsman ability excellent, berserker, mentally unstable, skill transcendent swordsmanship, status excited to play with a new toy. After a moment of thought, he smiled to himself. Thanks. No, it's true. You welcome me like this? Of course. I have to thank you. I was also really looking forward to today's party. I haven't seen you for a while. You seem to have become more interesting. Scene change. Currently, everyone is gathered in the grand banquet hall, murmuring amongst themselves. Action. What is he thinking? Even if he is from the direct bloodline, that useless guy coming to the Dragon Society seems a bit much, but he looks alright, doesn't he? Don't you see he's being treated like a toy? Young Master Theo, I apologize once again. Normally they don't act like this. It's okay. I'm truly grateful, Theo thought to himself. Go on, talk all you want. At least you have to criticize me like this so that I can crush you all later. It seems the place emitting the blue quest light that I saw earlier is outside. It's in this direction. I'm pretty sure it's a quest, but there's no way to get there. But why isn't anyone else wondering about it? As Theo was lost in thought, Action approached and started a conversation. So is the party interesting? Theo thought to himself, calm down, Action. Everything is going according to plan. Of course it's fun, thanks for the invitation. Theo replied, I'm sorry about what happened earlier. I was a bit out of line. Will you forgive me? Behind him, Remington shouted. Action immediately continued. Why apologize? I only remember us greeting each other. What's the matter? Haha, our Theo is so funny. I've never seen you so cheerful. You've changed a lot compared to before. I'm starting to like you more and more. The people around whispered and gossiped. Theo just smiled, laughing and acting like a hound, an outsider, with no one to rely on. How can he compare to the noble lineage of the family? The Chuvan, of course, absolutely spot on. Even though they are both Ragnar, they belong to 2 completely different classes. Chuvan, a noble knight from the north, how can you compare that to a woman of no name? Or standing hearing this, Theo just smiled faintly. The people around continued to gossip, but why does Remington keep flattering that useless guy? Hey, if you look closely, Remington is a bastard too. Hey, watch your mouth. I know it's a taboo subject behind them. Remington was lost in thought. Theo thought to himself, I was planning to observe a little longer, but it seems that's not possible anymore. Stopping his thoughts, Theo replied to Action, we should go greet some friends too, shouldn't we? Moving forward, Theo casually picked up a bottle of wine and approached the person who had just been talking. Did I misspeak? Immediately after, he suddenly threw the bottle straight at his face. This action left 2 onlookers stunned in horror. With a cold expression, he glanced at him writhing on the ground. You bastard, how dare you interrupt him? He followed up with a kick to his face. You scoundrel, I was just offering a small greeting. Your words are too harsh. The people around were in an uproar. What's going on? A notification sound rang out. Challenge quest number 4. Erase the nickname Jackal's trash. Over 100% achieved. Is Theo really trash? Challenge quest part 4. Eliminate the nickname Ragnarok's trash. 43 out of 100%. Raming never thought young Master Theo would do this. Wait for me with that action. I think I've welcomed him very warmly, so we should say our goodbyes, shouldn't we? Wait, he then proceeded to break his arm once again. Everyone was stunned in amazement at what they had just witnessed. The notification sound for challenge quest number 4 rang out. Erase the nickname Jackal's trash. 59 out of 100% achieved. Does anyone else want to say hello? Challenge quest number 4. Updated, erase the nickname, Jackal's Trash, 66 out of 100% achieved. Immediately, those present drew their weapons and pointed their sword tips at him. Daring to harm the young master means you'll pay with your life. You think that's how it should be, don't you? Who is this guy? The third young master of the Hanabi family, young master Ian Hanabi. He thinks. So this is why I came to the Dragon Snake Core, a place teeming with enemies like this. He stops thinking and speaks up. One of the 6 great families under the Ragnarok house. So what about the Hanabi family? Do you think these people will just stand by and do nothing? When the good-for-nothing who was always looked down upon suddenly acts out of character. But I won't listen to your ramblings any longer. You hunting dogs of the Benjamin family from the Ragna house, daring to plot my death. Do you have the courage for that? To take responsibility for those arrogant words? How insolent. After hearing these indignant words, the group pointing their swords at Theo all broke out in a cold sweat. They thought to themselves, what is this immense pressure? Is this really the incompetent from Vecna I once knew? That's right. Come to think of it, this guy also has the right of succession to the position of family head. He is of the direct Vecna bloodline. Moreover, Vecna is the Lord of the North, the ruler of all 6 great snow clans. Harming the bloodline of that dragon is normally a capital offense, so severe that even the lives of an entire family cannot atone for it. It's just that this guy has lived as a useless person for so long, so no one remembered that the rules still applied to him. But now things are different. We must humble ourselves and beg for Theo's forgiveness. Eliminate him. As soon as the words were spoken, a slash was unleashed. In just an instant, those pointing their swords at Theo were all immediately beheaded. Blood sprayed everywhere as the figure of a girl appeared. Challenge Mission Part 4 Notification. Escape the title of Rafna's Good for Nothing. With a success rate over 100%, Flay, tell me, when did you start following me? I just thought she was accompanying me, though I'm not sure why. But thanks to her following me, I could confidently turn the tables. I was able to handle the situation in the waiting room calmly. Now, with bodies scattered across the floor, an image from the past comes to mind. I thought you said you weren't taking any more disciples. So is this new swordsmanship student really your type? I have nowhere else to go. You were always away from home even before I retired. Teasing you has been my recent joy, so what's your answer? Haha, that bottle of wine is very expensive, you know. So what is your answer after all? Fine, he's truly exceptional, just based on his attitude and abilities alone. He's the most outstanding student I've ever taught. But you trained action yourself as well. But this kid is number 1. That's right. But in terms of growth potential, I have to say his potential far surpasses that of young Master Action. I'm not kidding. You still have both your 2 eyes. So you're surely a better judge of character than I am. So that means he's been hiding his true abilities all this time. How can that be? A person can't change that drastically. It seems so, but it's strange that someone who has hidden their true abilities for so long would suddenly flaunt them. Haste makes waste, but it seems like something is driving him. That's why I'm so worried about his appearance at the Dragon Scale Assembly this time. If you're that worried, that kid must be very strong, so you should follow him. What did you say? Things probably won't happen as you worry, but you never know. It might really happen when the bloodthirsty wolf cubs gather. They'll start to establish their own positions, and since you're here, try to recruit that guy. Recruit him into the White Armored Dragon Knights. You should join as well. You think you can retire just because you can't ride a dragon? What? Come back, and take responsibility for the person you brought here. I'm off now. This wine is delicious. You really get what you pay for. Back in the present, Evelyn thought to herself, he must have known I was following him and intentionally orchestrated that situation. Perhaps from the moment he joined the White Armored Dragon Knights, he intended to do this. I never should have worried about someone like him in the first place. But when did he detect my presence? He's definitely not an ordinary person. Speaking of intuition, I sensed your presence the moment you stepped into the carriage. Those who possess a dragon's heart can unleash the ability to sense energy, also known as the 6th sense. Anyway, thanks to that, I was able to set this stage. Now let's proceed, Evelyn. Most of the people here failed to show the proper respect to one of the heirs, and what is the punishment for such a crime? The surrounding people nervously whispered, "What's happening?" Evelyn spoke up. According to the family's code, this behavior can be punished by immediate execution. She smiled and continued. However, since all the children here have not yet undergone the awakening ceremony, therefore, severing one of their hands will suffice. Evelyn understood immediately. Wait, the second son of the Biden family, the eldest son of the Red-White Mercenary Corps. A notification sound rang out. Challenge Mission Part 4. Overcome the title of Ragnar's Good for Nothing. 72 out of 100%. The 4th daughter of the So Merchant Guild. The 3rd son of the Black family. Challenge Mission Part 4. Overcome the title of Vecna's Good for Nothing. 76 out of 100%. The eldest daughter of the Hogwarts clan. Challenge Mission Part 4. Overcome the title of Vecna's Good for Nothing. 79 out of 100%. They began to beg. Please save me and please listen to me. Action replied with a cold expression. Why should I save you? This is just a normal social courtesy. What? As soon as he finished speaking, his arm was immediately cut off. The eldest son of the fourth-ranked Bill family, their eyes met. Action continued. I never thought I would meet you again in this way. Evelyn. Long time no see, young master. The notification for training mission, part 4 sounded. Escape the title of Regna's good for nothing. 82 out of 100%. An Action thought to himself, she only targets those who threaten her bloodline. Her purpose is to eliminate all potential contenders for the inheritance. Not even one of the heirs can stop her. Evelyn continued, I have severed the hands of 14 people as per your orders. Well done. What's their condition now? If they take their arms to a priest right away, their severed arms can possibly be reattached, but their swordsmanship careers are a completely different story. The butler beside Remington asked, Young master, what do you think? Theo thought to himself in silence. Both Theo and Remington were once infatuated with Vecna at some point. Theo Redna said the good for nothing from the Rose Palace has truly transformed. I want to crush you under my heel. Let's go, Evelyn Grandington. Yes, let's go together. The two of them exchanged a look as Theo walked by. Evelyn gently placed her hand on his shoulder and spoke. I had a good time today, Evelyn. Notification for training mission part 4. Escape the title of Redna's good for nothing. Progress 100%. See you later. The notification ended. Congratulations, you have completed the training test part 4. Teamed up with Evelyn Grandington. In a team, at another location, screams rang out followed by a system announcement. All training tests have now concluded. From this moment on, no one will call you Ronin's good for nothing again, Theo thought, and just like that, the test was complete. But now, my journey of revenge truly begins. Reward received, Experience Elixir, an effective potion. Increases 5 levels for users under level 30. In another room, what? Say that again? Action's Dragon Snake Core was in another location. Come on. Congratulations on the grand debut of the Dragon Snake Core, the pride of young Master Theo. It's unbelievable. Let's raise our glasses for a toast. And so everyone joyfully joined the celebration party. That useless. Theo defeated everyone at the Camera Palace. Not only did he clear his name of being useless, but he also caused your men to have their hands severed. Hearing this, he could only mumble in response. Do you really think that makes sense? I have warned you so many times. Never take anything lightly, and forget about trying to force him into submission. Now you've given him a chance to run wild. He told me that. When that trash Theo Ragnar starts to rise, taking over the Rose Palace will be much more difficult. Mother, you don't need to worry, I will. I don't want to hear anything else. Get out and think about what you've done. You should reflect on your actions, for almost ruining our entire grand plan, all because you keep chasing after trivial, cheap things. I will remember this. The door slams shut. She continues. Why is he so impulsive, just like someone else? The man behind her speaks up. Well, he's exactly like you when you were young, my lady. How can you still be joking? Don't be angry, this incident isn't that serious. Why is that? Because the Rose Palace is already a part of the family head's inner court, so taking possession of it is usually very difficult. Although it's outside the family head's direct authority, for example, as a place for reporting, it basically still receives tacit support from the family head, so what we need to do is provide a reasonable explanation. Fortunately, he caused a disturbance at the Dragon Guild's party. Theo is gradually becoming the representative of the Rose Palace, so let's use the Dragon Guild incident as a justification, and use legal procedures to suppress him. My beauty, what do you think? The reason I was worried about Theo becoming stronger is a valid concern because I fear their influence will expand. What would happen if the family head pays more attention to the Rose Palace, but by taking advantage of Theo, you have become stronger? If we, from the Kumiya Palace, use legal procedures to eliminate them, the Rose family will have no other choice but to submit to us. You are truly brilliant. That way we can take over the Rose family without causing any scandal. How long will it take to prepare? We are already prepared. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, you will hear some interesting news, so go take a bath and have a good night's sleep. My lady, the young master has even prepared a scented candle for you from the Aklan volcanic region. It was very difficult to obtain. That's just what I'd expect from my brother. That's why I love him so much. The sudden scene change surprised me. I didn't expect you to care about me so much. Young Master Theo, what do you mean? I'm talking about the Dragon Guild. What is Theo thinking? Did he get drunk on orange juice? You endured those insults. However, when everyone started to mock me, you were the only one who came to my side and didn't leave me. I was truly helpless and ashamed for not being able to do anything on my own. You're right. Every time I look at him, I'm more amazed. He had to endure harsh criticism and being called incompetent and talentless, even an illegitimate child. Yet he still rose up to become a strong person. Not to mention, he dared to confront his enemies. Even though his strength wasn't enough to win, he possesses a fierce fighting spirit, confronting Kumiya, an opponent no one else dared to oppose. He bravely used his sword without any hesitation or reluctance. He did all of that just for me. Notification sound. Friend, Remington Cassio. 17 years old, gender male status, very moved, because he believes you care a lot about him. It seems he has misunderstood something. My family has issued a directive to establish a close relationship with Aslan, but I have my own ambitions. I am realizing my ideals step by step. From this moment on, I swear to follow you and stand by your side. The others also spoke up in unison as if they had been waiting for a long time. The strong joined forces with the strong. You two are truly extraordinary. Wait, I think you've misunderstood something. Suddenly, a voice rang out, just let him be Theo. I thought to myself, is this telepathy? Looking in the other direction, Evelyn standing behind also smiled quietly. It's not a bad misunderstanding. Besides, it seems everyone wants to be friendly with you, young master. I'm not anyone special, what do you think? I don't know why this message board has a notification sound again. Theo Rekna, 17 years old, male, title incompetent, player Rekna observation not displayed, status intense desire for the awakening ceremony, stats level 2, stamina 18, agility 16, vitality 17, magic power 195, intelligence 16, luck negative 31. Some hidden stats are not displayed, whether returning to the past and getting a trash ability or becoming overpowered. What is the cause of it? At first, I thought this was a memory of my regrets, but looking at the details, I don't think so anymore. I have a feeling like deja vu. Whatever it is, it's helping me, so there's no problem. After the Blue Dragon Guild event, my level has increased. It seems that every time I level up, I get points to increase my stats, so I can increase my strength as I wish. How terrifying! As I trembled at my bright future, a person who will become stronger and stronger. Then first, I need to prepare for Kumiya's counterattack. To continue with the issue you just mentioned, Grammy, could you help me out a bit? Of course, young master Theo. Anything you need. But you called me Remy. It sounds so familiar. Placing a piece of paper in front of Theo, he continued. The battle between me and Aslan will soon become very fierce. Prepare for what's to come. Please help me. Hearing that, he fell silent. Theo thought about the future. Remington will become the head of the Cassio clan, and their power will be enough to oppose Jack. I should take this opportunity to bring Remington completely over to my side. Take this, Remington. After a moment of thought, Remington decided to take the paper Theo was offering. I swear my loyalty to you, young master Theo. If there's anything I can do for you, I will do my utmost. Remington replied with thanks and continued. But you just called me Remy so familiarly. Just then, a loud voice boomed from the other side of the door. The door burst open, followed by Ragnar. A group of knights entered. The people around began to murmur, Magic Swordsman, and Theo Ragnar, you are under arrest for assault and intimidation. Evelyn added, what is this nonsense? All right, calm down. He approached the paper, his eyes observing it intently. Let's see, this is an official arrest warrant. Theo thought to himself. The ink isn't even dry yet. They must have been in a big hurry. Let's go. So Theo was handcuffed and escorted away by the group. Young master. Theo heard the call. Theo just turned back and smiled to himself. This action startled them, their eyes showing astonishment. As if realizing something, Remington picked up the paper to examine it. At the Rose Palace, sir, what did you say? Where has our young master been taken? To the court? Sir. All right, what is the boy accused of? It seems the cause is the Dragon Guild. So they're accusing the young master of inciting a riot? What is this? Do you think they will actually hold a trial for this case? Yes, I believe so, because he completely wiped out the Qilin Dragon Society. This won't end easily. Who would have thought that the young master being invited to the Qilin Dragon Society would lead to this? Otherwise, he would have overcome it. That's the spirit of our Theo. My son, I hope you return safely. Change. Sitting in a carriage, Theo was lost in thought for a long time. Since arriving here, this place is the court. Because I destroyed the entire Qilin Dragon Society, this won't just end with a simple arrest warrant for sure. They will convene a trial for this case. They want to assess my capabilities as an heir. Get down there. This time, they definitely intend to crush me completely, but that's exactly what I was hoping for. A moment later, the criminal Rekna was brought in. I'll bring him in. You're right. If I reveal what I've prepared, it will cause a huge shockwave. There must be some high-profile figures gathered here. This person is the Demon Dragon, captain of the Silver Armored Dragon Knights Julius Dragnia. I think 4 of the 9 dragon guards protecting Iraka. This man is Tian Long, the office director of the ex-Chavian Intelligence Center. If this were my past life, I would have suffocated from the pressure. This woman is the Sword Dragon. Queen of the Plum Blossom Palace, Osa Ragnar. This man is the Elder Dragon Chairman of the Ragnar National Council, Mr. Rexna. He has been the chairman for some time, although I never expected to meet you here. He thought to himself, the chairman of the National Council. He greatly values pure bloodlines to him. A bastard like me is truly disgusting. He must find me repulsive, and he doesn't even bother to hide it. The old man continued enough with the greetings you know very well. Why you were summoned here. It is to take responsibility for your sins, isn't it? The Biden family, the Sirius Merchant Guild, the Red and White Mercenaries, and the Hanabi family have all been affected by your foolish actions. All of them are threatening to sever ties with the main clan. For you, a single bastard, you have the ability to bear the consequences of your actions. Therefore, I will make you take responsibility. Take responsibility for tarnishing the honor of Ragnar. You are right, sir. We were too careless. I should have taken their heads, not just their limbs. What according to you, they are our subjects' lord? The lord grants land and title, and in return the people must offer their loyalty and their lives. That is the immutable rule of a knight, yet they dared to threaten their own lord. If I had known they were so insolent, I would have beheaded them on the spot. They must be punished accordingly. To restore the order and principles of knighthood, how can I stand idly by and watch the honor of Ragnar, which has been preserved for thousands of years, be trampled upon like this? Julius maintained his usual impressive expression. Just as I thought this will end with a conventional punishment, that old man continues to deceive me with his sophistry. The woman beside him spoke up. Sir, we have heard your opinion. In theory, what you say is entirely correct. The sword dragon, what? However, although Ragnar is very powerful, it is not absolute. If we do not listen to the opinions of our vassals and knights, we will not be able to avoid collapse. Because one person cannot rule this entire world through tyranny alone. I will remember this in my thoughts. The first wife of the patriarch, the greatest swordsman of the north, the sword dragon. Luckily, she doesn't seem to hate me too much. However, why does she know about that? The woman continued to speak. Therefore, I expect you to understand that the punishment you will receive is entirely justified. According to the information, may I ask? What my punishment is 3 months of probation, but the awakening ceremony will take place in the next 2 months. The old man continued, how dare you talk back? I have considered that and decided that you will be allowed to participate in the awakening ceremony next year, and the final decision is the 15 children injured by your own hands will also participate next year. With a slight smile, he thought to himself, thanks to the demon sword's intervention, the punishment is lighter than expected. However, I object to this sentence for Theo. This is not simple. It causes the awakening ceremony to be delayed, causing great humiliation to the Vecna clan and for the representative of the Rose Palace. To endure this disgrace will create countless excuses for the core media palace to surpass the Rose Palace once our plan is executed. He won't be able to do anything anymore. All he can do is resign himself to his fate. If he is foolish enough to oppose us, we will simply eliminate him. But I don't think he's that stupid, Theo continued. I wish to appeal. Hearing that everyone present was stunned, he thought, this fool. Your arrogance knows no bounds. This will simplify everything for us. Do you understand what an appeal means? Theo thought to himself. Of course, I understand that this issue cannot be easily resolved. With just 3 months of probation. That probation is just a light punishment, a warning. The evil dragon must have manipulated everything, Theo added. In the name of Jackal, he is strong and proud. To appeal is to declare war. Theo told himself, but I have no intention of accepting even such a warning. Theo continued, in the end, the truth will belong to the victor. Do you think otherwise? Why would I expect a reward system? Sound notification main scenario starting. Through this scenario, you can discover many hidden secrets in this sealed and limited world. Good luck. Scenario mission part 1, Journey of the Air. The secret northern branch of the Sirius Merchant Guild. Currently, every member is being taken down by a single person. Another person continued. So this is where they've been hiding all this time. Just as young Master Theo said, the Kumai, a palace of the Chuvan clan. End of observation. Film. Theo remained silent and motionless. The council member spoke up. You turned a matter that could be settled with 3 court sessions into an armed conflict. How truly arrogant you are. Do you think you alone have enough strength to oppose the power of 15 mighty families? What that is the challenge I must overcome, and in situations of great power imbalance like this, resisting by fighting on behalf of someone is completely reasonable. It's obvious, Julius thought to himself. Normally, an appeal means deciding victory or defeat through a direct confrontation, but in cases where a battle is impossible due to a vast difference in power, each side must choose a representative and the winner will be determined in a one-on-one sword duel that is a battle by proxy. So that means the representative for the accused will be Theo, while the plaintiff's representative will likely be Aiton. If that happens, Theo will surely be defeated. So why did he make this decision? What is he plotting? If he believes that Evelyn or I myself would stand as his representative, he will be sorely disappointed. According to the law, we will decide based on the appointment of representatives and hold a match. The time to choose a representative is 1 week. What do you all think? Julius thought to himself. This is a scheme. He intends to have the dragon demon or Evelyn represent him, but given their personalities, those two will not agree. Chu Van thought you will have to fight on your own by Ragnar's command. I will take action and put you in your place. With this tragic death, Chu Van replied to himself, all right then. So what about the representatives? Just then, a voice interrupted them. I thought you were just a quiet child, but it seems you're quite skilled in cunning tricks. You've changed a lot since I last saw you, my son. This person is Patriarch Kai Jackal. Greetings, Patriarch. Apprentice Swordsman Theo Jackal greets the great dragon god's incarnation. System panel displays Notification Mission Scenario Part 1 The Path of Succession. Seize the Kumaya Palace and uncover its mysteries. This is my first main quest, since completing the secret trial of the Kumaya Palace. What this quest has a high difficulty. Things were too chaotic back then, so I forgot about it. That room is definitely hiding something. No. Now is not the time to get distracted by that. I need to deal with the matter at hand. An unexpected factor has just appeared. My plan might be derailed. Why are you here, father? He said, then stood up. Let's go, son. I happened to hear about your situation on my way here, and it seems you're in trouble. I heard that. You wish to appeal through a representative match. Hearing this, Theo broke into a cold sweat and replied, yes, sir. If so, it would be very difficult if I were to participate in that match myself. Have you thought about choosing someone as your representative to fight for you? He thought. Is this a test? The young man hesitated. Wait a minute. Do you mean Theo continued choosing someone to replace me? There is no one. I have always thought I would stand up and object myself. If you do that, you will fail. How would you know if I don't try, father? Even if I am forced to submit, I will not go down easily. Ha ha ha. Did you hear that the words of my son? Even if forced to submit, he will not bow his head. No words could better describe our Ragnar clan. Your attitude pleases me greatly. I thank you for your praise. Father, you think the representative match is just a trap. I didn't intend to fight, so it's fortunate that I can speak the truth without having to hide my request. What I asked Evelyn and Remington to do was find evidence of the conspiracy of treason from the Kumaya Palace. If I can get it, I can win without having to fight. Kai speaks up. Then I personally want to give you a chance as the head of the Redna clan. Kai want to let Redna test you with a single blow. Forget the trial. What do you think? Just one blow. Kai continues, if you can withstand this single blow, I will forgive all your sins, and you can leave immediately. Hearing this, another person exclaims, Patriarch, that is absolutely impossible. Kai turns around and sees Choi Van with an indignant look. Choi Van thinks a challenge of a single blow in front of him means he is acknowledging his opponent after that attack. If he survives, he will become someone recognized by the Patriarch. I don't think that bastard can take that hit, but what if he somehow manages it? No way. I must stop the Patriarch from showing him favoritism. Stop this chatter at once. How dare these lowly subordinates judge? The blood flowing in my son's veins. As for the rules of the match, the Heavenly Dragon will remain silent. If a servant dares to speak like that, you just eliminate him. Yes, Patriarch looking away. Kai continues. Do you have something to say? Demon Dragon, you've been chuckling for a while now. It's nothing. It's just been a long time since you've shown such interest. Patriarch, he is just talking nonsense. Let's end this idle chat here. So what do you think, my son? Will you accept? He thinks that with just one blow from the Patriarch, things could take a different turn. I couldn't imagine my plan had failed, but a turn of events like this is always a new beginning. Continuing to argue like this is too much for me. I'm sorry. How can I compare a single attack from father with a representative match for all the subordinates? And at your whim? Father, do you mean you'll refuse? No, that's not it. I just want to say that this change is unfair, the father asks again. Unfair? How? Theo replies. The challenge for the appeal has become more difficult. Shouldn't my compensation be increased as well? How so? Father asks. Oh, for example, turning to another direction. Theo chuckles and replies something like the Kumaya Palace. Damn it, that old Patriarch, is he insane? How dare he make that offer to the clan head? This half-blood is truly insolent. To make a deal, the prerequisite is strength. The two sides must have equal strength. His arrogance will lead to his doom. After a moment of thought, Kai replies, I agree. To achieve success, one must be this courageous. Does anyone object? Heavenly Dragon, Ancient Dragon? The decision is yours, clan head. How could I dare to go against your will? Good, then prepare the arena. I will personally test Theo Ragnar right now. Immediately, an arena was set up and a crowd gathered to watch the fight. Damn that cunning brat, the trap I set for Theo has become a stepping stone for his great advancement. There's nothing to worry about. Even if that bastard has gotten stronger, he can't possibly withstand a full power blow from the clan head. Something even a high-level swordsman can't do. He wants to kill me. I'm definitely going to die. Theo tells himself that old man is surely thinking that. Fortunately, that will never happen because I have the reward from the previous trial quest. Looking at Theo, Kai says with a doubtful expression, Huh? Did you drink some kind of elixir before coming here? No way. Even if you used a divine medicine, your aura couldn't have changed so drastically. In any case, the fact that you're stronger doesn't change anything. Theo realizes he is completely serious. Even the 9 dragons haven't noticed the difference. Anyway, you still carry my blood. Are you ready? Theo nods in agreement. Normally, I would use my greatsword, but since you can't control mana yet, I will only use this rusty sword. Do you agree? Yes, father. Very well, then let's begin. Looking at the aura radiating from his body trembles slightly. He just revealed his powerful fighting intent, but the pressure is already immense. Kai says, I'm surprised you can still stand. He thinks, of course, my strength stat has nearly tripled. The reward I received from the trial quest was an elixir system sound experience increase. Experience elixir classification medicine effect instantly increases 5 levels. Requirement below level 30. After using it, I went up a whole 5 levels. and I put all the points into strength. Character information: Theo Rekna, age 17, titles none, talent none. Player Rekna observation cannot be displayed, status awaiting awakening ceremony. Level 7, stats strength 52, agility 16, vitality 17. Magic power 195, wisdom 16, luck 31, available points 0, cannot be displayed. This is amazing. It feels like I've escaped from the mediocre crowd and entered the world of geniuses and real monsters. With this power, maybe I can withstand a full power attack from Father. His swordsmanship is now being displayed. In the stands, everyone is watching nervously. I can see it clearly from a distance. A brilliant red light covers the sky, the ground shatters into countless pieces. Theo has successfully blocked that attack. It's been a long time since someone has made me this proud. My son Theo Ragnar has proven his innocence with his unyielding will. This trial is now concluded. System sound: you have completed the quest. Counter the surprise full power blow from Kai Rekna. You have received a treasure. You have received a blue key. The scene changes. Where am I? You're finally awake, my dear son. You fainted while you were standing. You know how heartbroken I was when I heard the news that you had to take a blow from the clan head. How is your arm? Are you hurt anywhere? Try to move a little and tell me where it hurts. I'll call a doctor right away. I'm fine, Mom, don't worry. But where is this? Just then another person enters and says, by order of the clan head, the former master of Camellia Palace and Action, the captain of the investigation team have been expelled from the palace. So it's true, this is Camellia Palace. System sound: scenario has been updated. Scenario quest part 1. The path to fame: take over Camellia Palace and discover its secrets. Conquer the palace step by step, discover the secrets floor by floor. Interface changes. What is this? What gang is this? Why am I being kicked out of my own palace? Lady Amin, please calm down. We beg you to remain calm. What's going on, uncle? I have to eliminate Theo Ragnar. I was planning to cut off one of his arms during the awakening ceremony, not take his life. I must behead him at Camellia Palace. Things didn't go as planned, but they turned out in my favor. I can take over this palace without having to use my trump card. Moreover, I also activated a new system feature. The inventory is open. Theo takes an apple from inside. I had no idea this function existed, but it's really useful. And there's also this blue key system sound. Blue key, classification, miscellaneous, item effect. Opens a dungeon door. Requirement: must match the corresponding dungeon to be opened. This key must be related to this place. Looking at the door without hesitation, he uses the key to open it. As soon as he looks inside, an endless space appears before his eyes. Notification sound: you are the first to discover this dungeon. Experience points inside the dungeon will be doubled. A cave inside a room in Camellia Castle. This must be some kind of quest. Whatever it is, I will clear it. I can't miss the chance for double experience. Oh, right, I shouldn't go in empty-handed. Alright, let's see. Theo goes deeper into the cave suddenly. He stops as a giant creature appears, a gray wolf. Its size is quite impressive. It wouldn't be wrong to call it a monster. Suddenly, it disappears in the blink of an eye. It rushes straight at Theo and pounces on him. It's quite strong, you cursed monster. But in terms of strength, I am not inferior to you. He dodges a fatal sword swing. The wolf jumps back. Theo continues to rush forward, repeatedly slashing at the wolf. Its hide is thick, and it moves very nimbly. Normal attacks. It will surely not injure it. This is definitely not an ordinary wolf. It's as strong as a monster from the Demon Sea behind the northern wall. That's why it's so strong. It's not easy to deal with at all. I wish I could use that flash of light again, like when I faced Father's single strike. A pure white and beautiful sword stroke is unleashed. The monster leans over to dodge. Seeing this, Theo jumps back. Of course, copying a skill isn't easy. Single strike, simply put, is a technique that takes a life in a single blow. If the key to success is to pour all my strength into a single sword strike, then I'll have to train my swordsmanship and secret techniques with a focus on speed. Evelyn taught me that. At that moment, Theo's figure suddenly disappears. While the wolf is still bewildered, Theo suddenly appears and stabs the tip of his sword into its eye, blinding one of its eyes. Good, I did it. 2 months later, at training ground number 4, there are even more people. That's right, it's so crowded we need to switch to another training ground. Now everyone is spreading the rumor that the Patriarch personally taught the single strike technique to young master Theo. More and more people are challenging him, even those rich brats too. Suddenly a blonde-haired guy from behind speaks up. Hey, you lackeys, when is your precious young master arriving? This man is Henry Magic, an apprentice swordsman of the Plum Blossom Palace. He disappeared for 2 months. I thought he never missed a training session. I guess that coward ran away because of the recent rumors about him. The story of him winning the match must be a lie, since there's no proof, so he must have exaggerated it, and he probably started the rumor about crushing the Rensa Guild too. Before he could finish, a heavy punch lands straight on Henry's face. How dare an apprentice bastard like you look at us with those murderous eyes? The look of terror is clear on your bastard faces. Your ugly faces are nothing compared to the young masters, especially in front of everyone like this. You shouldn't comment on other people's appearances like that. It's alright. I don't like these guys coming here, causing trouble and spreading rumors. but they dared to insult the young master. He draws his sword and charges you. Failures, do you want to die? However, before they could understand what was happening, their hands were frozen solid by ice magic. Suddenly, they noticed the figure of a girl had appeared in front of them. Since when Reina? Who is this girl? The Northern Hound's ice sword Reina. Ha ha ha, how could I miss out on this fun? This man is the Northern Hound's black bear Lanky. Even Lanky is here, 2 members of the Northern Hounds, huh? Is this everyone? Where's the Light Tiger? Who are you, deaf? I said the Light Tiger, the lord of this clan. I came to challenge Theo. Redna at another location. Theo is completely exhausted. After clearing the dungeon system sound, you have leveled up. You have defeated 170 monsters. Monsters in Dungeon 1 out of a total of 171 attribute information. Theo Ragnarok, age 17, gender. Male level, 15, stats strength, 91 agility, 25. Vitality 20 mana, 198 intelligence, 19 luck 6. He takes out a potion and drinks it in 1 gulp. I almost died a few times, but luckily this saved my life. Beginner's recovery potion, instant use type. Restores health and heals wounds. It was quite tough at first, but after leveling up, things became easier. Time really flies. It's already been 2 months. Monsters on the first floor of the dungeon eliminated 170 out of 171. Only 1 final monster remains. Usually, when all the monsters are defeated, the boss will appear with a system sound. Entering the 5th floor, this sword is no longer useful. He opens his inventory and takes out a new weapon. Is this the only thing left? A ceremonial sword for my mother for my birthday. In my previous life, my mother and I had an argument during the ceremony. The ability awakening ceremony, so I threw it in a corner of the room and forgot about it, looking at it closely. Now this is a magnificent sword. Made from high-grade white steel, in memory flashes back. Happy birthday, my dear son. I waited until midnight to give you your gift. Hearing this, Theo roars in anger. Mother, the awakening ceremony is about to happen. I don't have time to waste on celebrating a birthday. You should understand that, mother, everyone does. Good equipment can't make up for a poor bloodline. Please leave whatever the result. I will not repeat the mistakes of my past life. System sound. This is the boss room. An extremely powerful monster will appear. Be careful. He stands still, staring straight ahead from within the darkness. A giant dragon lies in ambush. A dragon? How unlucky. It's just a lesser drake. The Jaka family is known as the descendants of dragons, and the final boss of this strange quest is a dragon. Is it just a coincidence? I'm not sure. But one thing is certain. I must defeat this monster to complete the quest. System notification scenario quest part 1, the successor's path. Seize Camellia Palace and discover its secret. Camellia Palace, 1 out of 1. Secret, 0 out of 1. Dungeon monsters, 1 out of 171. Can I win? Even so, it's still a dragon-type creature. Let's try using lightning. I've practiced this technique on the wild wolf packs enough. It might not be as strong as Father's dragon lightning, but if I fully draw out the energy from the dragon's heart, I can seriously injure it. With that momentum, the sword lunges forward immediately. Blood spurts from its eye. It worked the next moment. The dragon slams its tail down, forcing Theo to jump backward. I had hoped to pierce its brain, but it seems the attack wasn't strong enough. However, there's still a chance. Activate secret skill, Jester's footwork. I can win if I can make it lose focus. With a normal attack first, then aim for the weak spot. A system sound rings out. A terrifying pressure from the lesser drake engulfs the entire battlefield. Fear status effect. Reduces movement speed by 10%. Damn it, my body. The dragon's hand suddenly reaches out. A powerful force hits him immediately. An earth-shattering explosion occurs. His body is slammed into the wall as expected of a boss. Its strength is formidable if this continues. The situation will only get worse. I have to aim for its weak spot and deliver the finishing blow. A dragon's weak spot is its reverse scale. I can't hesitate anymore. Use flash step to dodge the attack, while simultaneously pouring all my strength into a stab. It worked. The screen changes. What is she saying? I'll fight her first. The loser should withdraw. That was 3 years ago. Skill levels improve every day, you know. 3 years is more than enough to close the gap. The loser should accept their fate. Let's have a rematch. The winner gets to face Theo Retina. The moment he swings his sword, the girl has already dodged it with ease and blocked the attack. What is going on? Unbelievable. So terrifying. Just then a foot stepped in, quickly stopping the fight between the two. If you want to fight, go somewhere else. This is young Master Theo's territory. I won't let you cause trouble while he is away. Perfect timing. I was just wanting to test my skills against you. Hucus, didn't you hear what I said? While the group was arguing, a chilling aura swept over them. What is this? Killing intent. Immediately, the whole group turned their heads, glancing at the approaching dark figure. Ramington thought to himself, this immense pressure. Could something have happened while he was in seclusion for training? He's finally here, just as Vecna predicted. The system's announcement voice rang out. Skill, Lester Drake's fear, is covering the entire battlefield, returning to the previous moment. The dragon gradually lost consciousness and collapsed to the ground. System announcement. Congratulations, you have successfully hunted a lesser drake. It suddenly went berserk. The moment I touched the scales on its chest, I really thought I was a goner. Fortunately, it exhausted itself over time after all the scales have always been its fatal weakness. System announcement: you have obtained Lester Drake's Fang. You have obtained Lester Drake's Claw. Lester Drake's Fang. Special type material effect material upgrade used in weapon crafting. Increases the durability of a material for weapon upgrades. System announcement: Lester Drake's Fang material type material effect. Upgrade used in weapon crafting enhances durability. I should use it to repair my sword. After all, I got it from the mother monster hunting. That Drake really wore it down a lot. Announcement: sound: you have obtained the skill, Lester Drake's Fear. A rare skill, Lester Drake's Fear. Level B proficiency, 0.1% effect, releases a characteristic, killing intent on lesser drakes, suppresses nearby monsters, induces fear in targets weaker than the user. This kind of killing intent is rare, but I've heard that only the chosen ones can use it. I never thought I'd get a chance to try it. But even so, I'm not sure if this thing is actually useful in Redna. After all, that place is full of strong people. An announcement sound rang out. The Cormedia Palace dungeon has been conquered with this. I've completed the first part of the scenario quest, Path of the Successor, conquer Cormedia Palace, and discover the secret hidden within it. Cormedia Palace, 1 out of 1 secret, 1 out of 1. Congratulations, you have completed the first part of the scenario quest. For completing the scenario quest, you will receive the following reward. Nest Compass. Type miscellaneous effect guides the owner to the nest location. Nest Compass, what is this thing? Could it be related to the next quest? Whatever it is, I'll just keep it for now. I should go back to my room and rest. I'm too tired. Young master, I finally found you. There's something urgent. Oh my goodness, look at you. Where have you been? Nowhere. Really? What's the matter, maid? There's a brawl happening at training ground. Number 4. Right now. What? A moment later, the system's sound rang out. Skill: Lester Drake's Fear envelops the entire combat area. Get lost. I need to rest immediately after hearing these words. The aggressive group that came to challenge foamed at the mouth and fainted. What a terrifying killing intent. I knew it. I had a feeling you'd be interesting. You're mine. Theo Redna. Let me see how strong you are. Seeing the sword he was swinging, Theo also swung his sword. The impact sent his bike flying backward, causing everyone watching from the sidelines to look astonished. He thought that his attack could be so easily deflected. Theo told himself, I blocked that attack. Why was he able to get behind me? He roared in anger. There's no way I'll lose like this. This man is Black Bear, Hucus, of the Lanky clan. Theo thought to himself, he's always been considered the weakest of the 4 hounds of the north because he hasn't perfected his weapon skills and isn't very intelligent either. He continued, try to block this. Theo Redna, prove you're a true member of the Lanky clan. If we're just comparing pure strength, he's never been defeated. And now that Hucus's blade has been blocked by me, I can even counterattack. He truly deserves to be promoted. System sound. Theo Redna, 17 years old, male, level 16, stats, strength 96, agility 27, vitality 21, mana 198, intelligence 20, luck -6, skills. Lesser Drake's Fear access denied. Immediately, he took the full force of the slash and gradually lost consciousness. In the end, I used all my strength to attack without even realizing it. Fortunately, it was Hucus Lanky, known for his durability, who took the blow. He's unconscious. Young Master Theo took down the Black Bear. He defeated one of the 4 great hounds with just one move. Wait, Lanky is still alive and well. But just then, Theo's sword suddenly shattered into pieces and fell to the ground, the sword that Mother gave me. The people around started to murmur, indeed, that's young Master Theo for you. He even destroyed his own sword with just a single blow. Why are you all so happy? Looking at Theo, who was surrounded by everyone, the girl suddenly recalled memories from the past. Who are you? Why are you wandering around in this freezing cold? Aren't you cold? What if I put this on you? No, you still look like you're shivering. This won't do. Come to my house. I'll take you home when the snow stops. Recalling the past images, the girl showed a thoughtful expression, then smiled faintly. Then she turned and walked away. Ramington thought to himself, did she just smile? And Varanya just smiled a little later one afternoon at the Kumaya Palace. Young Master, congratulations, congratulations. Aster Tiger, congratulations on being bestowed the title of Aster Tiger. You have worked tirelessly all this time. Now you just need to keep trying until the awakening ceremony. You will surely succeed. The mother said to her son, try this abalone. These abalones are caught in limited quantities from the distant Irias Sea, and they are slowly grilled over a low flame with premium butter that we can only harvest from special livestock farms around the Fuho mountain range, while we slowly increase the temperature. Mother, try this. This is chicken, meat raised on acorns, selected from the west of the vast Lasseria Desert. These poultry are meticulously prepared at the perfect moment, then stewed thoroughly with rare ginseng, imported from a distant kingdom in the east. Named Justin, Theo thought to himself, stop. Please stop. Look at Mother trying to feed you. Theo suddenly remembered the image of his previous mother. It's delicious, my dear son. Oh my, Theo replied. It got damaged while I was training. I'm sorry, it was a precious sword. that you gave me for my birthday, that cunning old man." He swore and promised for sure that this sword was forged from famous white steel and rare ironwood, so it absolutely could not break. Theo continued to mumble, "Ironwood from the southern Thornwood region, is that even real?" He said that only precious and rare materials were used to craft it. But now I see clearly, it was a blatant lie. If what he said was true, it wouldn't have shattered so easily. Theo thought to himself, ironwood is a strange type of tree that grows by absorbing iron from the soil. It's considered an extremely scarce material because it retains the flexibility of normal wood, while possessing the hardness of steel. I knew this was a good sword, but I didn't expect it to be so precious. "Where did you find this treasured sword, mother?" She added, "This sword is no good. I'm going to see him in person right now this time. He had better give my son a perfect sword. Son, you are fine, really. Can you use another sword for now?" "Absolutely not. Finally, everyone has realized your true worth. We need to be even more careful. This is more important than ever. Besides, the awakening ceremony is less than 1 week away. That's right, I can't let you attend the ceremony with an old and ugly sword. Speaking of which, let's go right now. Where are we going, Mom?" "The best workshop in all of Winterra, the Basket Forge." The Basket Forge. One of Winterra's top weaponsmiths, the forge's reputation is tied to its enormous scale. It's as vast as a factory, but that's not all. The most notable thing about the Basket Forge is its owner, an individual classified by the intelligence agency as extremely dangerous, a forging expert with the title of Master Craftsman, of which there are only 2 in the world, known as the embodiment of capitalism, the greedy goblin, the Demon Master Kiyosin. "Oh, look who's here. I didn't expect to meet this person here. How do you know the Demon Master, Mom?" "You still haven't quit smoking, Mom," Theo thought. "What's with her?" Kiyosin continued, "What? I'm sorry, madam, but our mother-daughter relationship has ended. Ever since she decided to leave, Theo thought his mother was an orphan with no relatives. But I never imagined that the high-ranking goblin Kiyosin was her biological mother. Wait a minute, does that mean I also have goblin blood in me? That explains this handsome face." Then she spoke up. "So what brings you here, madam? Since you've never set foot here before, I'm here to return a defective item." "Defective? Oh, this is unbelievable. Excuse me, how dare you say? The sword forged by my own hands, Hephaestus, is defective." Suddenly, Kiyosin's eyes widened in shock as she looked at the sword just drawn from its sheath. "If this isn't defective, then what is it? Who used this sword?" "My son, of course, ma'am. Who else?" The child behind her. "Watch your words, mother. He is a genius. The one who will rule Laconia in the future, according to the prophecy of the Temple of Media. It's an honor to meet the renowned master of the Hephaestus Forge." "Yes, oh, I've heard about the boy. You've raised your son very well." Back to the main point. "Was the boy really the one who used this sword?" "Yes, I already told you. It's defective. It's a long story. Follow me inside and tell me." "Mom, what's your connection to the demon artisan?" Cecilia continued, "as you've heard. So she's really your biological mother. It's understandable that you don't know, because I rarely talk about the past. For a brief period of 6 months, she was the foster mother who raised me." "You mean a foster mother?" Cecilia continued. "She loved all things she considered beautiful: jewelry, music, theater, even people. That's why she adopted me. She must have loved me very much." Kiyosin interjected, "Enough about the past. It's useless." "Oh my God. I'm sure that's not what you think, Mom," Theo continued. "So why did you leave this place? That is." Before his mother could finish, Kiyosin interrupted. "She left on her own accord, saying she would become the wife of the Vecna chieftain. Daring to go to such a wretched place is insane. It's surprising you survived until now. Who knew the chieftain was so charming, so handsome and strong, and he loves his son very much." Kiyosin continued, "And yet, after running away from home last year, you came back here demanding I forge a treasured sword as a gift for your son." Cecilia said, "Good heavens, Mom, what are you talking about? Why would you say that in front of my son? What did I say wrong? Do you think I've never seen my mother talk like this before? I never truly understood my mother in my past life. I was such an unfilial son. I was too preoccupied with the family lineage, completely controlled by it. Besides, the demon artisan seems to care a lot about my mother. So why didn't she do anything in the past? We're here. This is my workshop, the main office. Why did you bring us so deep inside? You should give the boy the best sword. To compensate for waiting, stay outside for a moment." "Sela, what is this?" The door slammed shut immediately. "Oh my dear boy, I'll ask you straight. You possess the relic of the primordial dragon, don't you?" "The primordial dragon? You mean the ancestor of the guardian dragons who protect our family. I've heard the legend about your family's ancestor, that he distributed the treasures of the primordial dragon throughout Winterra to the descendants of the Ragnar dragons." "Well, it's just a legend. Playing dumb, I see, if you really don't have the relic. Then why is my sword in this state? I poured my heart and soul into forging this treasure. There's no way it would break unless it was because of the relic. Do you have any idea how precious it is?" Sorry, I thought it was just damage from fighting a duck." "Why does she mention the relic?" Kiyosin continued. "Never mind, it'll be faster if I just show you. Look there." Following the direction she pointed, his eyes suddenly stopped. He thought to himself, that blue light, could it be a quest? Just like the light I saw from the dungeon window. In the camera palace, I can't see or feel anything from it. But from your expression, you must see something special. I've tried many times to open this and take the item inside, but I've always failed. This is a trophy of the primordial dragon, a long time ago during the Age of Myths. The primordial dragon broke off one fang and forged it into a sword. The monster sword named White Moonlight. If you can break the seal and retrieve the sword, I will give you the White Moonlight, but you could lose your life doing it. So do you want to try? That sword is mine now. System sound scenario quest number 2. Activating the Journey of the Air chosen by the progenitor's treasure. Silver Moonlight Dragon Sword. The Silver Moonlight Sword, the sword of the head of Breakdown. One of the 9 black dragons, but very few people know its true appearance, because almost everyone who has heard its name or seen this sword has either died or vanished without a trace. But you can really see it, can't you? By chance I got to witness the true form of the Silver Moonlight Sword. Why did the black dragon let me live? This is dangerous. What should I do? The black dragon's Silver Moonlight Sword is here. Is it really the relic of the progenitor dragon? 4 years ago, I encountered the black dragon. Turns out Kiyosin has been keeping this sword all this time. Hey, want to try? What do you think? Even if I have to pay any price, I must obtain it. The sword responded to his plea. It belongs to me now, he thought. This place is very similar to Acmedia's palace. This blue key must be System Sound Blue Key. Classification Sub-Item Effect unlocks dungeon condition compatible with the Seasoned Dungeon Gate. Maybe this key is for, just follow the key's guidance, and go to the altar to open it. As soon as the seal was broken, a powerful stream of energy flowed into his body. This stunned Kiyosin, who exclaimed in a hurry, "What the hell is happening? Where am I, the Rose Palace? Why am I here? Ah, that's right, I'd forgotten I was too weak, so I need more power. The power to defeat random and destroy the Kamra Palace." While Theo was bewildered by past memories, a monster suddenly attacked him. Suddenly, Theo's eyes changed, and he quickly used his hand to clamp the bird's mouth shut, trying to control other people's thoughts, exploiting their greed and desire for power to turn them against themselves. Indeed, the demonic sword, White Moonlight, you are so cunning. I overcame the despair you sowed a long time ago. You're a fool. You think I'd be tempted by a little bit of power, your insignificant power, when I already have my own responsibilities. Shut up, you bird. What are you saying? Theo continued. You are very different from the Baal in my memories. The bird cried out, "Let me go, you human." Theo replied, "I remember you being at least 10 meters tall. But now, let me see, or is it because you've been sealed for too long? In any case, this is a good thing for me. You belong to me now. White Moonlight Sword." "No, please, let's talk nicely." Outside, his parents are panicking and worried. "Son, wake up. What's happening? Why has my son become like this? I asked you to forge a sword for me." "I didn't ask you to do this to it," Kiyosin thought to himself. "The evil energy in its bloodline. I've never seen or heard of anything like it, but since he's holding a sacred relic, he should be fine. If anything happens to my son, I will never forgive you." Suddenly, the sword appeared beside Theo and dark energy spread everywhere. It gradually seeped into his body. The unconscious Theo suddenly opened his eyes. The mother couldn't help but hug her son tightly. "Theo, my son, you worried me so much. I'm fine, Mom, don't be scared." A system sound rang out. "Congratulations. You have completed Main Quest Part 2 Hunt the Griffin." Witnessing this, Kiyosin sighed in relief. An announcement rang out. Reward, White Moonlight Sword. Congratulations, the Griffin wasn't a very strong opponent, because it had just escaped its seal. Both itself and its mind control trick were useless against me. System notification. After absorbing the demonic energy from the White Moonlight Sword, your magical energy has skyrocketed plus 30 points. Your magical energy has exceeded 200. Your magic power has begun to transform into divine power. He thought my magic power has reached the level of a swordsman, a high level 1 at that system notification. Divine power is classified as an anomaly. Effect body enhancement for 1/5 of a second. Magical energy recovery. It's a shame I can't use my full magical power right now. I need to suppress it until the awakening ceremony. System notification. Theo Waldevek, 17 years old, male level 16, strength 96, agility 27, vitality 21, magic power 228, intelligence 20, luck -6 skills. Horror of Les Drake not revealed. Kiyosin, who was standing nearby, spoke up. "You surprised me, congratulations, you finally succeeded. As per our agreement, you will keep your promise, right?" Kiyosin continued. "Humph. Don't you know, elves never lie. It's provoking you. You mean it hasn't acknowledged me as its master yet? Look closely, not really. Maybe it's just frustrated from being imprisoned for centuries now that it's finally free. It just wants to vent all its pent-up resentment. Try swinging the sword at that wall with all your might, and see what happens. Will that be alright? You're worrying too much. Even if it's the White Moonlight Sword, a swing from a kid who hasn't even had his awakening ceremony can't possibly damage the energy barrier. You think those words are provoking me? Do you think I can hide the dragon heart whenever I want? Or maybe this is a chance to test out my magic. Let's continue. With your permission, System Sound Moonlight Sword. The grotesque sword owned by the Griffin, a treasure of the primordial dragon. The pressure from the sword intensified. His eyes gradually became vacant. You wait. The next moment, he unleashed a slash. Instantly, the wall was split in two. The old woman's face went blank. "My forge, my money. I think that was a bit overkill. It absorbed all of my magic power. She's as fast as lightning. Since when? My goodness, you don't understand magic at all. Did you really just use the sword's power? The old woman started to think. This boy is truly a prodigy and this genius is my grandson. Kiyosin continued, come on this Ragnarok. From now on, I will sponsor you. All you need to do is be confident and show the world your talent. Kiyosin thought. This kid will definitely become the perfect representative for the Forge. Seeing Theo's dazed and dreamy eyes after hearing those words, the girl behind them said, Mom, I can clearly see the greed for money in your eyes. A moment later, Theo said goodbye to everyone holding something tightly in his hand. An image flashed in his memory. Please take this to repair the wall. An item from the dragon. The boy must have gotten it when he took the treasure. Haha, my daughter has raised such an excellent son. Just then, a voice rang out. Long time no see, demon artisan. Why are you here? From afar. A bird perched on a branch, its eyes fiery red and bloodshot. 5 days after the awakening ceremony, Theo and Evelyn clashed repeatedly, launching a barrage of attacks. Your swordsmanship has become much faster and stronger than before. It's an honor to be praised by her in front of everyone. The people around were all very surprised. Evelyn thought to herself, it's been half a year since young Master Theo started to change. He has matured and become much tougher. He can even hold his own against me. Moreover, if he awakens his magic power today, a true monster will be born. You're doing really well. You can even aim for the top spot, young master. Good luck. Thank you, Miss Evelyn. It's all thanks to you. If I become the valedictorian, your name will definitely be mentioned in my speech, huh? Why are others jumping in too? Hey, me too. Add me too. Young master, please mention my name too. Oh my, the troubles of being famous. All right then, I have to go now. Currently in the capital watching the awakening ceremony of the Camellia family. The awakening ceremony is the most important annual event for the members of the clan. Waldevec, anyone who participates hopes to achieve a good result in this ceremony. And as a Waldevec swordsman, this is the first place they can receive recognition and respect because the entire Waldevec clan is watching. Including the clan leader, this is clan leader Kai Waldevec, one of the 9 dragons. This woman is the former clan leader from 2 generations ago, Hyundai Vega. She looks much younger than her 150 years. In any case, her presence is a great honor. Note this man is the Dragon Gate Swordsman Examiner. Now we will begin the entrance exam. Pick up the sword on the floor and make a mark on the steel wall above the platform. This wall is made of white snow, steel alloy. Ordinary iron swords cannot scratch it. However, it's a different story if you channel magic power into the attack. I will distribute Soma to you all. 1 Soma pill will provide you with magic power equivalent to 15 units. This is a divine medicine that helps open your mana circuits. Drink the Soma pill and open the mana circuit in your Dantian. Only then can you use the sword to strike the white snow steel wall. The depth of the cut will determine your result. From now on, when I call a name, that person will receive a Soma pill and step onto the platform. Number 1 on the list, step forward. He thought, in my past life, I was the top-ranked master, but not this time. System Sound Main Quest Part 3 Champion of the Ability Unlocking Ceremony. The one who ranked highest in the awakening ceremony is that boy, isn't he? The child you mentioned, he must have caught your eye. She continued, of course, I'm curious after hearing what you said. You're keeping an eye on him. So let's see what this descendant's true power is. Warming up, Theo looked at the stone slab in front of him. The ability unlocking ceremony, huh? I'm a bit nervous, but it should be over soon. The instructor spoke up, now drink the Soma. In my past life, I drank Soma and couldn't control the mana, which severely injured my Dantian. But this life will be different. Looking at Theo releasing his mana, he was astonished. This fool is creating such a powerful flow of mana, he can't control it at all. When someone absorbs Soma, they must handle it with extreme caution to allow the mana to flow into their Dantian. Those who are naturally gifted, he possess even more mana. If he's not careful, he could be permanently injured. He's definitely going to die at this moment. The mana streams are gradually being absorbed into Theo's body, quickly forming a sphere of energy that surrounds him. He managed to withstand it, how I've finally obtained both the dragon's heart and the mana circuit, but what a shame. Unlike my previous life, I obtained it too easily this time. Anyway, from now on I can use mana, so now to use this immense source of mana, I just need to release it all. At this moment, Theo unleashes a powerful slash in less than 5 seconds. An energy dragon is formed and flies towards the stone slab. Along with a brilliant flash of light, a sharp slash mark appears on the stone slab. The instructor, with a look of astonishment, stammers reflexively. The people around are buzzing with discussion. I can't believe it, except for young Master Thoko. I've never seen anyone do this. And that's really a slash. From a human releasing mana for the first time. System sound. Luck stat has increased. The curse of misfortune has been lifted from now on. Your reputation will gradually spread throughout the world. It's finally done. Now, I can finally start on the same starting line as everyone else. System notification. Many people have been drawn to your performance. Pariston. Osarana Brunos wants to take you as a disciple. Juliet Ragnar is displeased that you are getting attention. Robert Ragnar is wary of you. Hyundai Ragnar finds you very interesting. In my heart, I didn't expect the Black Dragon and the Sword Dragon to be so strong. The thing that pleases me the most is that I've attracted Hyundai's attention. After all, she's the one who captured Garina's heart. If I can achieve that, the next people, please step up to perform your test. Shinimiri passed, I also completed it excellently. Lord Theo Zazasina observes the slash marks that the group just created. He thinks to himself with a bewildered expression, all 4 Northern Hounds have incredible achievements, but no one left a mark as deep as the young master, the last person. Action Jackna, please step forward. The others whisper among themselves. If this keeps up, this place will become a contest between the Light Tiger and the Black Tiger. I'm afraid even Action can't do anything. I didn't expect the Light Tiger to be so talented. Seeing Action draw his sword and step up, the instructor speaks, then absorb the soma before he could finish his sentence. Action with a furious expression and brimming with killing intent. Hey, wait a minute, just like that. Action swings his sword, slashing a dragon. Immediately, another one appears. It rushes towards the stone slab it just hit. They've really surprised me a lot today. Action and Ragnar cause everyone to buzz with disbelief. They're almost identical. Who will win in this situation? Accuracy will decide the winner. With this result, the first round of the awakening ceremony has ended. Everyone did very well this year. I am very pleased to see many people have increased their scores. Those who have passed this round are preparing for the second round of the ceremony, which will take place in 4 days. With that, the ceremony is concluded. Finally, we would like to announce the rankings that everyone has been waiting for. The leader of the first round, the winner of the opening ceremony, is the top student with a perfect score of 10 out of 10. Theo Ragnar, perfect magical technique, control and speed 0. Wasted movements causing everyone around to murmur. Isn't Action in first place? Action lost. Even the depth of his slash was comparable to Lord Thoko's. Similar to Lord Thoko. Thoko Ragnar, one of the most promising candidates for succession. Second place goes to Action Ragnar. What a pity. Although he also achieved a perfect score of 10, the length of his slash was shorter than Theo Ragnar's, so he regrettably ranks second. Third place is Remington Ragnar. Fourth place is Jay Ragnar. Fifth place is Hacker. Sixth place is Erica Iang. 32nd place is Lizzie ZGR. 33rd place is Rico. Edit. 87th place, excellent. Everyone has completed it outstandingly. The second opening ceremony will take place in 3 days at the Eastern Mountain Range. 87 candidates. Please prepare thoroughly disconnecting. Congratulations to the winner and the runner-up. This is the true ability of our people, our strength. Congratulations, Theo and Remington. Thank you, everyone. But this is not the end. Our goal is to pass the second opening ceremony together, and we will continue to win first and second place. You two can definitely do it. Congratulations to the winner, Theo. I am very happy to see that your efforts have paid off, but at the same time, I feel ashamed of my own achievement. I was just lucky this time. What does that matter between friends? My sincere thanks, Lord Theo. My chaotic mind is gradually becoming clear. Let's help each other. With all our might for the second opening ceremony. The opening ceremony's ranking has been updated. In my previous life, achieving this was unimaginable. Although this isn't my true strength, I have defeated Action. In a real battle even. I would find this hard to believe. This is just the beginning. Eliminating a pawn, like random, is more than enough. The real enemies are Action, and those heavenly dragons by any means necessary. I must make them pay tenfold. Also, this compass system sound. Nest compass item classification support function points towards the nest. Currently, it's pointing towards the Eastern Mountain Range. I will find out what the nest really is. During the second opening ceremony, suddenly Theo realizes something. His gaze instantly turns cold as he looks back. Theo's figure vanishes and his sword is now pressed against the mysterious person's neck. Wait, please stop. I'm not a suspicious person. I am Gitechi Ayatan, a member of the Ryan Sword Squad. The captain heard about the opening ceremony and sent me here. Do you think I'm a scout? I predicted someone would come, but this is faster than I expected. The person next to him chimes in, so you have a chance to join the competition. I'm not a scout yet. You ask if I want to join. Exactly. You must have heard of the fame of the Enju Sword Squad. Just give us a chance. Another person speaks up just as expected. The Enju Sword Squad is full of idiots. What did you say? You are different from those fools? Young Master, Theo Ragnar. We invite you to join the Black Iron Cavalry. What do you think? This is the Fire Goblin, Vice Captain of the Black Iron Cavalry. That is the flame of the Fire God Gobble. What if you recognize me? Then get out of my way. Immediately after other people appeared all at once, it's an honor to meet you. I am from the Black Sword Squad. We would like to invite you to take the position of Captain. For a term of 3 years, this is the law. The Commander-in-Chief of the Security Bureau has come in person. If you accept our invitation, we will support you with all our might. Hey, form a proper line. Don't push and shove. Newcomers must line up properly. First come, first served. Huh, what do you mean by that, sir? Haha, Theo thinks to himself. This is ridiculous. I have to slip away before this gets more complicated. Furthermore, just then, a voice rang out interrupting them. I understand this is a show of sincerity, but to recruit a talent, is it necessary to lower yourselves to this level? This girl is the young lady of the Plum Blossom Palace, the Sword King Osanat Donald. The people around began to whisper. The little lady from the Plum Blossom Palace, a noble young lady like you, came to such a wretched place. Like this, the other girl retorts. What about you? Aren't you just the same as us? I want to meet Theo Ragnar. I'm just taking a stroll and meeting him, that's all. The scene suddenly changes. A slash splits his head in two, and the perpetrator is none other than Action. It doesn't stop there. Action continues to slaughter them one by one, his eyes filled with killing intent. Images of the past suddenly flood his mind. Theo Ragnar, the young master with his blood-stained hands, without any hesitation. Action cuts the man down. The surroundings are now littered with corpses. Just then, the sound of footsteps rings out, causing Action's gaze to change immediately after Theo appears. Action swings his sword behind his back. He threw the sword with all his might, however, it was blocked by another hand. What a pity. Do you think taking your anger out on the wrong person will change the situation? Why is it you? In times like these, you must calm down and think clearly. Follow me. At the second opening ceremony, I will show you how to turn it into Theo's grave. Rexna. But to defeat a genius like that, do I really have to endure this kind of humiliation? Who is this girl, the young lady of the Plum Blossom Palace Dragon Sword, Osirana Bruce? Everyone around whispered excitedly, the young lady of the Plum Blossom Palace. The grand young lady came to a place like this in person for what other reason? Just like everyone else, I came to see Theo Ragnar. I came to witness that child with my own eyes, the others whispered. The young lady of the Plum Blossom Palace came here in person, then our forces are too weak. Young lady, please wait a moment. At that moment, from Theo's position, an energy sphere was forming at a dizzying speed. No, it can't be. Is this a separate space? Is she planning to teach him directly? Inside the magic circle, a blinding light flared up as soon as Theo opened his eyes. He realized he had been taken to another dimension, he thought to himself. This is the signature ability of the young lady Electric Plum Blossom. A space completely isolated from the outside world. I can't believe I'm seeing it with my own eyes. Something I've only heard about in legends. It feels like I'm really famous. He must be very angry, but when I want to give someone a gift, who can stop me? Who dares to stop me? Hearing that, Theo broke into a cold sweat in confusion. A gift, he asked. His sword possesses peerless power. Its power is like the breath of a descending divine dragon, burning everything to ashes. But I'm not like him. I infuse my sword with countless transformations. The dragon I pursue is a dragon that contains all possible possibilities. With that said, the girl swung her sword. Each stroke she made carried wondrous techniques. This sight left the boy utterly astonished. Everything happened in the blink of an eye. I call it Plum Blossom, opening first form. Dance of the Heavenly Flower, Theo thought to himself. Unbelievable. In just a flash, 120 footsteps and sword strokes were executed. I wonder if a real dragon would also be wary of her swordsmanship if I combine what I just witnessed into my own swordsmanship and execute it all at once. I continued to think. I wonder if I could do that. If you saw it clearly, then that's what it is. As soon as she finished speaking, she immediately launched a magical energy sphere. If you want to see more, then come find me anytime after the ceremony. Follow my sect. I hope you will become a new breath of life for the palace. This gift is too precious. I can't just ignore it. But becoming a student of both the young lady of the Plum Blossom Palace and joining the disciplinary army, the White Dragon Armor Corps, this needs some thought. I'll think about it after the second ceremony in 3 days near the great northern city at the Eastern Mountain Range. The second blooming ceremony. This Eastern Mountain Range is truly vast. It stretches from our stronghold all the way to the Demon Sea, and our mission is to protect humanity from that cursed land. The Demon Sea, that place is teeming with monsters. It lies beyond the great city for over a millennium. All of you will one day have to bear this responsibility. That is the reason this location was chosen as the venue for the second round. To conduct this important ceremony, this person is the one responsible for supervising the second test round. High-ranking swordsman Jackie Jacka. However, since you are still apprentices, you are not yet qualified to set foot in the Demon Sea. The limited test area is deep within the great city. You are absolutely not allowed to cross the permitted boundary and enter the Demon Sea. The content of the test is very simple. Within the next 15 days, your mission is to hunt monsters in the Winter Mountain Range and collect 10 bells worn around their necks. The bells will be colored red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, a total of 7 colors. The higher on the spectrum, the greater the value and the stronger the monster possessing it, especially the monsters with violet bells are opponents that you probably won't be able to defeat. But of course, they will also yield very high points. You are allowed to do anything. Use any means necessary, as long as you can bring the bells back to me, until the test is over. In other words, there are no forbidden rules, meaning they can steal bells or spoils from each other. He is openly encouraging fierce competition among the contestants. Only the survivors are worthy of Jacka. Finally, we will place many treasures in various locations. To prevent monster incursions, necessary items have been hidden in safe areas. Use them wisely. The test begins now. Everyone dispersed. He thought that since the test lasts 15 days, the top priority is to gather 10 supplies first. After that, I must go support young Master Theo. This is going to be very interesting. This is going to be fun elsewhere. Asen also quickly entered the dense forest. He recalled from his memories, I must act according to the plan. Asen. This place will soon become Theo's grave. Back to the present. Watching the figure disappear, the girl pondered for a moment, then quietly followed. The scene changes. Perhaps I should make my move to young Master Theo. Hearing the call, Theo slowly turned his head to look. You said we were friends, didn't you? What is it? After 3 days of careful thought, I realize that I see you as a friend. And also, as a rival because of that, I've become greedy. I want to surpass you. Theo smiled in response. I understand that feeling. I have also thought very carefully about whether we are friends or foes. Haha, what a relief. I thought I was the only one thinking that. For that very reason, I won't allow myself to fail. I only came to say this. Good luck. Right after that, his figure vanished in a flash. How do you feel about Wellington, seeing you as his rival? What could be better? I'm really excited. I need to become even stronger. Calm down, let's put emotions aside. For now, the top priority now is to find the dragon's lair. A system sound rang out. Dragon's lair compass. Hybrid type effect guides the user to a dragon's lair. Location: peripheral area of the Winter Mountain Range. I'm sure it's somewhere around here. But I can't believe it. It's in this pile of snow. Do I have to dig through this whole snow mountain? If I'd known, I would have brought a shovel. Using the white moonlight sword to dig is really weird. If I can't use it as a shovel, then I'll dig as if I'm swinging a sword. As soon as he finished speaking, he swung the sword forward, and immediately, a deep trench appeared, created by the blade at the same time. Theo shouted, "Come out now." When did you start noticing us? I thought it was just now. We were following you secretly, Theo replied. You see? I told you. You guys were too loud, but you didn't. Listen, we're screwed. I think that guy is stronger than we thought. It's a pleasure to meet you. Theo thought to himself, they are the three notorious thugs from Butter Mountain. The three thugs of Butter Mountain. They often pretend to be victims during missions and then murder civilians. They are like the evil consequence of the Vecna family's ambition to expand its power. But I can never forget the massacre at Butt Mountain Village. I personally coordinated with Captain Huxi Ong to investigate that case to solve that problem. Therefore, I understand better than anyone how horrifying it was. According to the official report, besides the 761 fatalities, there were also 220 missing people at that time. The most shocking thing was that the victims were completely unrecognizable. Because their heads had been crushed, I once swore to punish them someday. When the terrible rage subsided, but I never expected to run into them like this. Moreover, they've been following me all this time. You continue talking, Asin. Did he pay you a large sum of money to chase after me? Do you think we'll let you manipulate us with your old schoolmates? Theo kept asking why, but they just answered back. A minion like you could rack your brain and still not understand. So the elder sent you. What? How? He's dead, damn it. How does he know this? Theo said, it's obvious from what you've said. The fact that the examiner isn't following us suggests he's in cahoots with you. They replied, look at you, your intuition is pretty sharp. Are we in trouble? No, it's fine. He's going to die anyway. I get the most pleasure from destroying handsome faces like yours. Then I'll just have to break your bones, Theo said, drawing his sword. Instantly, a giant dragon appeared, charging straight at where the three of them stood. In the blink of an eye, their heads were severed. I don't want you to end up like that, so instead of crushing your heads, I'll leave them intact. Perhaps because their fingers are still intact, handling them won't be too difficult. After 3 days of dissection and combining the Wu Tianhua that the Lady of the Plum Blossom Palace had previously taught me, I finally managed to successfully perform it. I can modify and apply it in various ways, 3 times in a row. For instance, in zigzags, curves, or circles. Any pattern works. Of course, I can't do it 120 times in a row like the Lady of the Plum Blossom Palace. After dealing with their bodies, I need to find a way underground. Huh, what's that sound? Could this be the secret entrance to a hidden staircase? A system notification chimed, hidden quest activated. Find the hidden staircase and explore the blue cave, the golden path. The screen interface changed. Currently, Asian Jack is leading the leaderboard. He has defeated 41 demons with a team of 21. Zekna is in second place. So what about Theo Ragnarok? He answered the question about Theo Ragnarok. He hasn't defeated a single demon, nor has he formed any alliances. What? He must be hiding or preparing an ambush. It's a must be, not a definitely. Yes. Just because he did exceptionally well in round 1 doesn't mean he'll do well in round 2. Could it be that he lacks decisiveness in a real fight, especially if he's a weakling? Ha ha ha, the old man thought to himself. It seems those thugs have completed their mission perfectly. Using telepathy, he curiously asked the old man, is the elder involved in this? Ah, yes. I couldn't tell you beforehand, but well, as you can see, everything has been settled, so don't worry. Hearing that, he froze in place. Then his face flushed red with anger as he thought to himself, this crazy old man, daring to act without my permission after taking the Camellia Palace. I used that chance to investigate the Rose Palace, but I still haven't found the ancient dragon's treasure. That brat Theo must have the clue to the Rose Palace's treasure. I have to get rid of him after I get the clue. I need to push Ace to act quickly. The elder and his secretary are surely plotting something. We need to prepare a contingency plan. Hearing her say that, another person spoke up. So will Theo be alright? Theo is not one to be defeated easily. He must be facing some kind of difficult problem right now, so there's no point in us interfering with the test. Besides, I can't just ignore the fact that you met Theo without telling me. Oh, speaking of which, Theo's feelings are the most important thing. Isn't that right? The scene changes. This place has very powerful psychological traps. If a normal person came in here, they'd definitely go insane. However, after passing the trial of the White Moonlight Sword, this is nothing to me. Back then, I had no idea the compass was pointing here. Sensor expanding. The system alert is sounding. What's happening? A special ability? Skill. Ability transformation activated. Using mana to expand my sensory range. Excellent. This is the place, the young dragon's lair. According to my information, in 3 years, this will be the place where Hakoro captures a young dragon and finds the legendary treasure. I feel a little guilty about Hakoro, but I have to get it first. A man screams from deep within. A pair of newly awakened dragon eyes open wide. He froze, stunned on the spot. Seeing the sight before him, this is absurd. This isn't a young dragon's lair. This is the lair of an ancient dragon with a dragon deep in slumber. Chaotic thoughts filled his mind. This is not good. If I fight the dragon, I can forget about getting Amon's relic. I'm going to die here. Why is it here instead of a young dragon? Did Huxio spread false rumors before, or is it because I arrived 3 years earlier than planned? Either way, I didn't expect this. I have to turn back for now. It's a shame, but I'll have to come back here again. Before Huxio shows up, at that moment, the dragon's eyes snapped open. Theo flinched. Sensing something was wrong, he turned his head to look. Behind him, the giant dragon was already standing there. It has been a long time since a human has dared to appear before me. I am the ancient dragon Lordrock, the one your Vecna clan calls the Guardian Dragon, and I am the master of Winter Mountain. You think this is Lordrock? Theo replied, Greetings, ancestor. The Guardian Dragon was my ancestor's partner, Sirius, and also the mother of Freyr. That's not right, Lordrock interrupted. It seems that bastard Freyr has been spreading nonsense. Sirius and I were indeed a formidable pair, however. That was merely a show of my respect for my contractor. You made a soul pact with him. He and I never had that kind of relationship. To begin with, humans and dragons cannot interbreed. Is that right? So you're saying the dragon blood that runs through my family's veins is just fabricated propaganda? Not entirely, Lordrock interjected. Through my contract with Sirius, the dragon blood is as much mine as it is his. Ragnarok, enough with the pleasantries. It won't be long now. I will begin my duties as a guardian dragon to the Chosen One. From this moment on, I, Lordrock, will honor the original pact and allow the Chosen One to undertake my trial. 3 questions. He thought to himself. So I don't have to fight in this situation, thank goodness. My goal is to become the head of the Draga family. To do that, I need to understand the Draga family better. I must use this chance to gather as much information as possible. The scene changes to a different location. Skill. 10,000 Dragon Roar activated. The monster has just been annihilated. An item immediately dropped to the ground. This is my 57th piece of loot. What is Theo scheming? There's still no news of his whereabouts. Could he be afraid of facing monsters? This is Orion Gunner of the Axion Guild. He's confident that defeating a monster of that level is a piece of cake. Axion is definitely a talented guy. I have to stick with him no matter what. He continued, even if he gets stronger, he still lived like a fool before. However, before he could finish, a hand covered his mouth. You have never been strong, so you couldn't possibly understand. Have you ever seen me afraid of anything? When you have power, you fear nothing. What are you scheming? No, I'm not. I'm sorry, Sir Axion. A message from the Director of Central Intelligence. A memory flashes. Deploy the plan quickly. I get it. So tell him to stop bothering me, because the one who wants that guy dead the most is me. If he shows up, attack immediately. The scene shifts to another location. After all that waiting, I can finally ask my first question. I've grown tired of waiting for you. What is it you wish to know? Why am I here? You are about to ask the usual questions to uncover the secret of your origin. Yes, a rather interesting question. The reason for my presence here is because of the existence of a monster at the end of the world. The Nameless Ruler. I have been here for 1,000 years to fulfill my duty of protecting this world. Winter's End is just a small outpost. My intuition was indeed not wrong. What I sensed from Lostjock's eyes just now was undoubtedly fear of the Nameless Monarch, an entity that makes an ancient dragon who has ruled for over 1,000 years tremble in fear. I want to ask, but I have more important things to find out first. Theo, please continue. I'd like to ask the second question. What are the ancient dragon's treasures? Lostjock, please answer. There are 3 treasures in total, but I don't know much about them. It seems you are quite lucky. According to rumor, there are 3 in total, huh? What do you think? One is the dungeon of the Camellia Palace. The second is the White Moonlight Sword. So what is the last one? The third treasure of the ancient dragon is the ancient dragon's soul, divided into 31 pieces and bestowed upon humanity, and to protect all of you from the Nameless Monarch. The ancient dragon's treasure comes in many shapes and forms. It can be an experience, item, or even a strange phenomenon. Theo thought to himself, so that's it. The last treasure I possess is for some reason. You've returned to the revival point, that surreal phenomenon, where I lived through 25 years of my life. The regressor is myself. If this happened by the will of the ancient dragon, then everything has a reason, but there is something strange. A dragon always appears to protect the ancient dragon's relics, but that did not happen during my regression. As if after a moment of thought, Theo continued, I would like to ask the final question. Why did the relic choose me? Why do you think the relic chose someone as incompetent as you? To fight against the nameless monarch, I will answer that question with another question. What makes you think you are the only one chosen by the relic? Breaking into a cold sweat. Theo's thoughts were in turmoil. Am I not the only one chosen? Jack Kuzman, the Black Dragon, they know about these relics and want to collect them. Assuming the treasure has also chosen them, then perhaps they are also receiving information. Carrying the same message, I have also experienced regression. I have taken one step closer to the truth of this world, however. Everything has become more complicated, instead of clearer, such as the presence of an unknown king that even the ancient dragon fears, or the existence of more than one regressor besides me, the Scorpion Lord continued. Now I have answered your 3 questions, the mission is complete. Therefore, I will grant you a worthy reward. What do you think? That's right, I came here to get Amon's relic, but I've changed my mind. I need something more important, something that no item can compare to. A system sound echoed. Congratulations, you have completed the secret mission. You have a chance to receive the ancient dragon's treasure as a reward, the Scorpion Lord continued. Inside this bed, countless treasures from all over the world are present here. Gemstones, artifacts, elixirs, martial arts manuals, weapons. Whatever you choose will be more valuable than you imagine. Choose anything you desire and I will grant it to you. What do you desire? Theo cracked a slight smile, raised his hand, and answered confidently. I want the lot. Jock, as soon as he finished, the dragon froze with a bewildered look. Ha ha ha. My reputation doesn't seem to have faded with time. That was a rather amusing joke. Now tell me what you truly desire. I just said it, didn't you understand? Theo replied. As soon as he finished speaking, Lost Jock's body began to transform. It let out a dragon's roar, echoing throughout the deep cavern. You intend to seize all my treasures and knowledge. Such a cheap pun. Do you think the roar of a guardian dragon must endure the fear of the Leshark species? How ridiculous you think that. You can oppose me with the fear of the Leshark species. The guardian dragon has decreed it so that I could choose any treasure in your hoard. You said that Lord Brock is not a treasure from my perspective. This is a gamble where I've bet my entire life, but the reward is incredibly worthy. Lord Brock, the guardian dragon, founded the Ragnarok clan with the progenitor Sirius. There is no more authentic proof than becoming his subordinate. To not repeat the mistakes of the past, I cannot miss this opportunity. Stop overthinking, gritting his teeth to endure the pain, he shouted. Grant me, Lord Brock. You have already promised me before your holy sword. Support me in this moment. Lord Brock was startled when the silhouette of another man, Sirius, emerged from Theo's body. After a moment of silent contemplation, Lord Brock sighed and replied, very well. I accept your offer. As soon as he finished speaking, the dragon's body transformed. It quickly contracted and gradually shrank into a different form. When Theo turned around, a girl with endlessly long legs appeared right before him. You have piqued my curiosity. I will grant you a chance. Look down below. Theo tried to keep his eyes fixed on one spot. He saw Lost Rock slowly leaving her position and moving towards him. Haha, you've been captivated by my beauty, haven't you? I understand, but I am over 2,000 years old. The great guardian, dragon, Lord Rock. Lord Rock replied, oh right, let me tell you. My heart was stolen 55 years ago, so I have been waiting for death to claim me. At most, I only have 3 years left to live, which is why I cannot even leave my lair. In other words, I can't directly help you, so I'll ask again. Do you still want to choose me as your reward? Lost Rock chuckled. Theo replied. My answer is still the same. I will choose you, Lost Rock, as my reward. A system announcement sounded. You have acquired the Guardian Dragon of Ragnarok. Receiving Lost Rock as a reward, I am so foolish. But perhaps that is the characteristic of the Chosen One. A system sound echo. The title chosen by the Guardian Dragon has been created. The title descendant of the progenitor has been created. I will grow stronger and acquire more achievements of the primordial dragon. I will find it for you. System announcement. A soul connection with Lost Rock has been established. You have received a large amount of experience points. Things that can replace the Lost Heart are among the achievements of the primordial dragon. Perhaps there is something with a similar function you have leveled up. At least I must be worthy of the title chosen by the Guardian Dragon. Lost Jock said, following the current trend, please take good care of me, my new companion. But I need to make it clear to you, I am unable to leave this place. Until you find a solution in return, I will enter a state of hibernation here. However, there is one thing I need you to do this action to create a true soul connection with me. Read it here and unlock your spiritual potential. You can complete this within a month. There is simple food available around the nest, so you can take your time reading the system announcement. You have obtained an additional reward item, the Grimoire of Ammon. The Grimoire of Ammon. The Book of Ammon, the hidden entity, it contains magical principles. It was related to the echoing sound from the primordial era, a divine sound that contains all the mystical truths of the universe. Do you think that receiving the Grimoire of Ammon is a fortunate thing? But what's this about 1 month? That is the amount of time necessary to open your mind. Do you have any other questions? Phase 2 of the awakening ritual has begun. The test only lasts 15 days. Now I have less than half a month left. Can I come back after the test is complete? That's fine, but I won't allow it. Letting you go like that wouldn't be any fun. Open your mind before Phase 2 ends. Until then, I won't let you go anywhere for the remaining time until the end. Phase 2 is 23 days, 310, before the images from the memory, 3 days before Phase 2 started, also Central Intelligence. The reason I can create a safe zone against demons is because I once had a demon summoning stone inside me. By amplifying the demonic energy sealed within the stone, other demons cannot approach it, but if I break it, I have the ability to summon demons at will. As soon as he finished speaking, he created a giant dragon that swallowed the newly appeared monster. The goal of Phase 2 is to eliminate demons and collect 10 points. Therefore, Theo's only option is to hunt demons. I understand your intention, Uncle. You want me to use the stone to lure that bastard Theo, right? But that's not enough. You can't just lure and kill him. If you do that, we will lose track of the Rose Palace's sacred relic. Then what about torturing and then killing him? You yourself understand this better than I do. The skill gap between you and Theo isn't that large. It will be difficult for you to control and torture him. But it seems he's easily provoked. Let's use his followers against him. Those number 5 diggers in training area number 4, you can easily take them hostage, then force him to reveal clues about the sacred relic. Action replied, I've got it. Returning to the present, that is his strategy, however, considering it carefully, instead of hunting demons. He won't show himself until the very final rounds. The time remaining until Phase 2 ends is 12 hours. Action Vena, the top ranker of Phase 2 with 860 points. What a waste. We even had to guarantee that one of the supervisors is your man. At the same time, another person approached and added, maybe the 3 brats from the Predator Guild have caught him already, otherwise he would have shown up by now. This person is the apprentice swordsman of the Plum Blossom Palace, Philip Dragana, ranked 77th in Phase 2, 446 points, considered a promising talent of the Plum Blossom Palace. But that thought is foolish, I understand. So that's why the Plum Blossom, young lady, is interested in Theo. What? He thought that was the reason I was helping him catch Theo, but he was harshly mocked by Action right next to him. Whatever, I don't expect anything from you, Theo. If you won't show yourself willingly, then I'll be glad to drag you out. Kirin Dragon Guild and Plum Blossom Palace. It's time to hunt. We will eliminate every single number 5 digger from training area number 4 until he shows himself. Not far from there, the group that just dispersed was being followed by someone else. This girl is Jarina, ranked 3rd in Phase 2, 561 points. Scene change. This is a low mid-tier monster, the Ice Scale Worm. I succeeded. We defeated the Golden Bell Demon. See, I told you we could do it. This guy is Cipri, ranked 68th, 31 points after this test. I have to show off to young master. Theobios Darin, ranked 53rd, 52 points. Over there is Abdemiro, ranked 62nd, 36 points. There are only 12 hours left until Phase 2 ends. Where is young master Theo? We have already collected 10 pieces of great equipment for him. He is very wise and has great foresight. I'm sure he's busy with something more important than earning points for this test. I don't think ranking matters much because survival is the only condition to pass Phase 2. I'm so excited. Young Master Theo is about to top the leaderboard. He promised to mention my name. No way he promised me the same thing. As soon as he finished speaking, someone suddenly appeared and stabbed a sword through his chest. Are you guys putting on a comedy show? This guy is Orion, Guardian, ranked 14th with 173 points. From the Black Wolf Guild, Black Star, Black Star. What do they mean by barging in here? You lot are just sacrifices. Just to summon that noble young master of yours, we really want to meet this young master Theo. That damn guy. So don't be mad, okay? Meanwhile, at Lotjock's cave, something unexpected happened. He was able to open the mine gate in less than half a month's system sound. You have comprehended a part of the magical principles in the Grimoire of Amen, creating new skill, Theo thought. What a relief. The information I overheard in my past life was true. The most crucial factor when learning the Grimoire of Amen is the quantity and quality of magical power. Since I possess both a mana circuit and a dragon's heart, it's natural for me to learn twice as fast as a normal person. If I keep this up, it will be even easier, Theo muttered. System sound. Your stats are too low. Applying low-level skill grade C fledgling synchronization, arbitrarily control and read the thoughts of an object. Through psychokinesis, I will explain psychokinesis to you. The ability to move objects with your will, truly the style of the one I chose. So you have mastered the basics, the rest requires training to become proficient. When you reach a higher level, you will even be able to hear my voice. And you will be able to borrow the power of Lotjock. That power continues to explain the power of Lotjock. Of course, to do that, you must let me rest properly. Don't forget that I only have 3 years to live a good life. Theo replied, rest assured I will do it. Smiling gently, the girl extended her hand towards Theo. And so the primordial pact has been established. I look forward to our next meeting, Theo. My person, after thousands of years of waiting, the scene changes to another place. I've finally made a pact with Lotjock, but the awakening ritual still shows no signs of progress. I only have 12 hours left. It's like I'm making things difficult for myself. If I eliminate demons the traditional way, then achieving the top rank within 12 hours is impossible. So there's only one way left, to steal the bells from others. Action was number 1 in my previous life. I wonder if anything has changed this time. In other words, I just need to surpass Action. The champion's title will be mine, although he is certainly a formidable opponent. Who's there? Hearing that sound, Theo immediately turned to look at the person who had just spoken. I finally found you sweating profusely, he stammered a question back. This is Jay Jirina, what happened? Were you attacked by a monster? Why are you so badly injured? At that moment, Theo's gaze paused, thinking to himself, this sword wound, was she attacked by another person? What happened? We can talk about that later. First, let's head west. As soon as she finished speaking, the girl staggered and fell forward, careful. Right after that, Theo. He grabbed the girl's hand and activated the system panel, initiating the mind synchronization function. The thoughts within the sword will be transmitted, reading the memories of the sword's owner, Jirina. Images of the memory appeared, but what about the information? There are no clues at all. We've come this far, he should appear soon, right? I've left a trail of those guys from tribe number 4, plus the monsters will lead him here. Action spoke up. Is it necessary to kill them? What did I do something wrong? I mean, these guys, why bring 9 people? 2 or 3 as hostages would have been enough. Action laughed loudly. Ah, these idiots. Haha, killing a few of them is no big deal. Hearing this, the girl stepped out to block the group. Stop, what is this? Action? You're going too far. This has nothing to do with you. I don't want to complicate things. Stop meddling in other people's business. Get lost. They are Theo's companions. Let them go. I see, so you're on that idiot's side too, aren't you? Right after that, the girl rushed towards Action. Action also drew his sword. As the 2 blades clashed, a stream of blood spurted from the girl. And Action had just completed his technique. A system sound rang out. State is unstable, so some thoughts cannot be read. What's going on? Why did Action capture my 4 friends? Speak up. What on earth happened? Why are you so quiet? From the very beginning, Action has been acting recklessly to capture you. But he couldn't find you, so he kidnapped your friends to lure you out. What I didn't come here to talk about this. Theo thought so. Action. You won't leave me alone in this life either, will you? But I'm no longer someone you can just trample on. Stop thinking nonsense and shout. Where are they? Acton, where are you? Waiting for me at another location? Theo has appeared. He suddenly appeared on the edge of the northern cliff. Really impossible. Is he talking to Jay Jackna? He will be here soon. You have finally appeared, Theo Ragnar. I will show a bastard like you that you can never surpass me. At the same time, a voice echoed in Acton's mind. Do not forget young Master Acton. There is no need to confront him directly. Just get the information about the relic from him by using the hostages. We will handle Theo Ragnar. When we deal with him, use the summoning orb to distract the nearby supervisors. All right, calm down. The surveillance monitor has been redirected. You cannot go to the action area. The observers from the Intelligence Bureau are also supporting this action. Even if you go after Theo, it will not solve anything. This is not a test. It is a massacre. This is a trap set to harm you. You are not allowed to go alone. You must find the other observers and convince them to go with you. There is no time left. I am grateful for your help. But in the current situation, those people are probably already in danger. I have to go now. Tell me where they are. Are you crazy? If you go, you will only die. If you die, everything will become meaningless. Even if someone has to be sacrificed, you must survive. I do not want to lose anyone else. I do not want you to think that our goal is to be together. To witness the second flower blooming festival. Ragnar, is this really how it is? Without sacrifice, there can be no success. Let us gather the images from her memory together. How annoying. Hearing this sound, the girl froze on the spot. Theo, can you just keep standing by and watching? The images from the memory. Why was the Rose Palace burned down? Why did my subordinates sacrifice themselves? It is because you are a stupid old fool, because you are the weakest among the strongest members of the Ragnarok clan. Back to the present. I am so tired of always suffering defeat. I will not repeat the mistakes of the past. Tell me where Acton is. The screen changes to another scene. This is the item that Spain obtained. 10 severed bells fall down. This blood stain, something bad happened, did it not? Hugo, this guy is Hugo. Ranked 5th with 499 points. Erica, this female contestant, is Erica Runner, ranked 4th with 521 points. Please, I hope you two can lend me a hand. This is Wellington Cassio, ranked 2nd with 688 points. Just then, a monster swung its club. It aimed straight for where Theo was standing. He immediately leaned to one side and drew his sword. I do not have much time. Get out of the way. As soon as he finished speaking, a slash of blood cut deep into the monster's body. Then Theo ignored it and left. It is highly likely that Spain and the other hostages are still alive. S is definitely the one who masterminded this for Acton. He surely set this trap to eliminate me, without causing too much chaos, and the proof of that is the supervisor accompanying Acton activating the 3 Dragon Claws skill. That supervisor was sent to kill me for sure. It must be related to Acton's strange actions. However, I still have to hurry, because that Acton is an unpredictable enigma. But that very unpredictability will help me catch him. Elsewhere, that is right. He has been like that since he was a child. Let us go home first. This time, I will support you. The scene changes, moans are heard. A foot then stomps right on his face. So noisy. I told you I would kill you if you did not shut up. A voice echoed in young Master Aiton's head. Do not forget that the director of the Central Intelligence Bureau warned not to cause any unusual changes. Acton replied, All right, I understand. Just carry on. He sheathed his sword and sat down waiting patiently. Acton thought to himself, 4 high-ranking prosecutors have been dispatched to eliminate that bastard Theo. In the end, he still cannot believe he can win if he confronts him. That idiot. Just then, a mysterious figure appeared, causing all eyes to turn towards the newcomer. Seeing this, Acton looked up at Theo and asked, "So you have finally decided to show your face, Theo Ragnar?" In the distance, Theo's companions looked on with eyes full of hope. At that moment, he shifted his gaze to another direction. Looking at the people beside Acton, his expression immediately turned ice cold. "You have kept me waiting for quite a while. Seeing you dying on the ground like this." His hand trembled with anger, ready to attack. Just then, a voice echoed in Acton's head. "Young Master Acton, by now you must understand the situation clearly, right? Let us finish this quickly. If you want to save your friend, you must listen to me. Are you scared?" "What, scared of losing to me? What nonsense are you talking about? Because if you were not scared, there would be no reason to do all this. Capturing so many people and your eyes tremble before me. And this whole hostage-taking scheme, is it not all because you are afraid of losing to me? The title of the strongest in the north must be just for show, right? You bastard, if not, then just try and attack me. In the style of Vecna, a proper honorable sword duel. But that is only if you have any self-respect left. In that rotten body of yours, listen here, Acton." His face could not hide his anger. "If you win, I will give you anything you want, even my life. But in return, if I win, release them, ha ha ha. A sword duel. A fool from the Rana house dares to challenge me to a sword duel. It seems you do not realize your arrogance has gone too far. You think I actually have to fear you a sound in young Master Acton's mind. Do not listen to him. Those are just empty words. You do not need to pay him any mind. Do not fall into his trap, sir." "Just stick to the plan," Acton replied. Silence. "Are you saying you do not trust me? Fine, we will do it. J. Jackna's way. If we fight, we fight." Elsewhere, a group of people were whispering among themselves, "Things will definitely get more complicated. What should we do now?" "It is fine. It is still under control. Just a little more trouble. If young Master Acton acts rashly, we will just proceed according to the plan. This is a sword duel for the honor of the Draga family. No one is allowed to interfere in our battle. Until it is over, do not touch the hostages." As soon as the words were spoken, Theo's figure instantly vanished. He rushed forward, slashing at Acton with his sword. "Thanks for making this quick. Just the dirty trick I would expect from a concubine's son." He turns around. Theo blocked Acton's attack. As expected of a bastard's cowardly move, following that was an intense sword fight between the two, with neither giving an inch. "I will show you the true power of the Draga clan." 10,000 dragons roar. A roaring dragon rushed towards Theo. Theo braced himself for a moment, but he quickly regained his composure, brought his sword back with a swing, and used the 3 dragon claws skill. The dragon instantly vanished into nothingness. "Do you even have what it takes to lecture me?" This person is Orion Nanapi, a level 14 member of the Royal Executive Council, 179 points. He thinks that I have suspected this since the first awakening ceremony, but if he is that strong, is Theo really that powerful? Damn it, how troublesome. He can even overwhelm Acton. Should I betray him and side with Theo? Although Acton is too arrogant, but there are still the supervisors from the Central Intelligence Bureau. They will take care of him. It is best to just stay calm and handle things for now. He stopped thinking and turned to say to the people behind him, "Kyoium Guild, disperse quickly. We might get caught. Let Acton handle it. We will split up." An image appears in Acton's memory. "You must take Ragnar's power for me, for your uncle, and also for your mother, so the Van clan can take over everything. Ragnar is just a facade. You are of the Van bloodline. Do you understand what I mean?" Back to the present. "You're pretty good." Ragnar continues to attack, charging straight ahead. Look at those powerful blows from Action. Theo silently smiled to himself. Luckily, he was still acting exactly as I predicted. At another location, Theo Jaka has appeared. He is currently facing off against Action Jaka, so he's finally shown himself. Haha, I knew it. He's still safe. What was that old man thinking? Weren't those guys supposed to have dealt with him already? I can't believe he's still alive. What a relief. I don't know how you did it, but from now on, everything must go according to plan. When Action finds a clue about the artifact, I will inform the prosecutors to eliminate him. The people behind spoke up. Ah, there's recent news. Theo, Rana, and Action Vecna are currently fighting. S wonders what is happening. At that moment, Theo immediately used the clown's phantom sword dance skill. Every time he made a move, each action could parry the attacks. S thought to himself, he's quite strong. His attack speed is also very fast, but that speed isn't enough. I can still clearly see the path of his sword. How do you think of throwing a sword? Theo recalled images from the past. At the same time, everyone looked at Theo with lifeless eyes. The memory resurfaced once again. When Theo was pierced through the chest by the sword in the past, remember this. A direct sword attack can reveal an opening to the opponent. Clutching the blood-stained sword, Theo continued. So you're the one. Memories suddenly flooded back. You talk too much. At this moment, Theo was lying on the ground, dying. After being pierced by the sword, he slowly removed his mask, revealing his true face. Let me finish you here. The name that appeared on that fateful day, the day I died, That was my fate. To die without knowing who burned down the Rose Palace, because I wasn't strong enough back then. However, many random events have revealed the truth, and thanks to Evelyn's investigation, I discovered that those random events were closely related to the incident at the Camellia Palace. In the end, the most logical conclusion could only be that the one who killed me was a member of the Van clan, and among the members of the Van clan, there was only one reckless person, who frequently used the sword-throwing technique, Action Jackal. Because without his arrogance, no one would dare to abuse this technique so much, because the risk of losing the weapon is too high. I couldn't be sure until I saw it with my own eyes. But now, after witnessing it firsthand, I can confirm one thing. His words from back then and even now still echo. Why are you all trembling when you can't kill me and my comrades? He easily broke his sword with his bare hands. With the sword fragment still falling through the air, Theo immediately snatched it. He believed that things were different from his past life, and that he and his comrades would survive this battle. Without hesitation, Theo threw the sword forcefully. It whizzed towards Action. Where are you aiming? A cheap imitation? The next moment, Action's eyes showed clear astonishment as a huge burst of energy radiated from Theo. Action thought, what is this? This isn't just killing intent. What is this magical power? This guy hid his true power during the first awakening ceremony. What on earth? While he was distracted, Theo used Flash to assassinate him. Then, he continuously unleashed completely overwhelming sword strikes against Asen. He then pulled his sword back and immediately thrust forward, leaving a wound on Action. How long are you going to look down on me, you bastard? The next moment, Theo's hand was caught by Action, locked tight with the blade pointed directly at him. Theo tried to push it aside. At the same time, he jumped backward into a defensive stance. Action looked towards his opponent. Theo's figure had once again disappeared. When he turned around, he found himself right next to him. Immediately after, Action's sword was knocked far away. Action, do you know what it feels like to have a sword pierce through your stomach? Theo pointed the tip of the sword in his hand straight at Action's chest, looking at the bloodstains on the ground. Gramblington spoke up. This doesn't look like the traces of a monster attack. It looks more like someone was assassinated. The only one capable of this is Athen, the burly, fierce-looking guy asked, but he's already at the top. Why would he need to do more? Remington replied, it seems he has kidnapped Theo's subordinate. To lure him out, it seems. He plans to eliminate Theo during the second awakening ceremony. The other guy yelled, what? He should have fought fair and square. How could he do that? Action? So that guy is a coward. Erica replied, so what? This is the Vecna clan's awakening ritual. This kind of situation is quite common. Ramanatan showed clear annoyance. That's why I don't like the Vecna. Even if this is a battle of strength, it's still completely unacceptable. Erica warned him, what you're saying is very dangerous. Are you serious? Ramblington laughed confidently. I have to go save his subordinate. If it were Theo, he would definitely do the same. If you two go together, it would be a great help. The burly guy looked excitedly at Erica. Come on, you'll go with us, right? Erica appeared indifferent. No, I'm not interested. I followed you too because I thought I might meet Theo of the Redna clan, but I didn't find him. And I absolutely hate weaklings. I don't want to have to go save them. The burly guy provoked her. Hey, little missy, are you useless? Erica angrily shot him a look as sharp as a knife. What did you just say? Remington spoke up. Hello, Erica. I want to know why you want to meet Theo. Erica didn't answer. He continued, I assure you, if you help me this time, it will be a huge help for you to achieve your own goal. With the deal settled, the group set off with excited and hopeful expressions. Remington thought to himself, everyone, just wait a little longer. As the group was moving, their path was suddenly blocked. He brandished his sword threateningly. Stop, don't take another step. In front of them was a group of 10 people. Each one had a fierce expression, clutching swords, ready to intimidate others. Remington recognized them as the Dragon Gang. The leader spoke with a contemptuous tone. Long time no see, Remington. I can't believe. You abandoned us to follow those idiots. Are you hanging out with these blockheads now? The burly guy looked annoyed. He called us Resine-brain idiots. Is his brain all muscle? Orion narrowed his eyes. I didn't say that. Remington warned sternly. Step aside, Orion. I don't want to fight an old friend. Orion didn't flinch and replied, I refuse. Remington got angry, drew his sword, and shouted, if you don't get out of the way, I'll have to eliminate you. With that, all three of them charged towards Orion. The scene shifts to a man tied up, lying on the ground. His body was covered in injuries. He was trying his best to use a broken sword to saw through his bindings. That sword was thrown to him by Theo during the fight. The man thought to himself, this is the chance that young Master Theo has given me. I must make full use of it. In the distance, where the man was tied up, 3 other men were fighting fiercely. The piercing, cold sound of clashing swords echoed in the space of the desolate, silent forest. The long-haired young man, seemingly exhausted, thought, he's finally appeared. The hatted leader looked at him with an ice-cold gaze. Young Master, action. I'm sorry. I will accept my punishment after the awakening ritual. That person was Liam, the senior supervisor of the examination test. Liam swung his sword, separating the two combatants. Liam shouted at the subordinates, "Escort the young master." The subordinates replied in unison, "Yes, sir." Then, Liam continued to charge into battle with Theo. Action remained standing still. The subordinates spoke up, "Young Master, action. You've fought enough. Leave the rest to us. We've collected the 10 swords you dropped." Action grips his sword tightly, his face filled with killing intent. Liam grips his sword and stabs straight at Theo. Luckily, Theo dodges it. He was just a hair's breadth away from death. On the spot, he swings his sword over his head. Theo starts to raise his guard. Theo swings his sword at Liam. Liam quickly parries it. The two look at each other with eyes full of hatred. Liam thinks to himself, I have to admit that he won't be defeated by Axion or the high-level supervisors I brought here today. But he and I are not on the same level. This is the only chance to eliminate him while there's no supervision, although it's a pity to kill such a talented person. But it's all for the benefit of the Van chain. Liam immediately raises his sword and aims straight at Theo. He thought he would have to say goodbye to his life. Theo Ragnar, everything happened too quickly. Theo couldn't react in time. He could only stand rooted to the spot, thinking he was about to receive a sword strike, a fatal blow, and meet the king of hell. But no blood spurted out. A sword pierced through Liam's chest, making him cough up blood. Liam looks behind him in shock. Young Master, why did you do that? Action says indignantly, I warned you not to interfere. Liam was killed by Axion right before Theo's eyes. Theo was stunned, silent. Unable to believe what he was witnessing, Action pulls out his sword. Liam collapses to the ground. The subordinates are terrified. Ah, young Master Axion, what are you doing? Axion looks at them with a sharp gaze. Did you interfere because you thought I would fail? This is a humiliation for the heir. Theo looks at Axion in horror that madman dared to attack his own man. Axion says to Theo, yes, I have to admit, Theo Ragnar, you are truly very strong. Axion recalls the words his uncle once told him, the weak are useless, but you were born with extraordinary talent. Action, you must trample on others and rule over them. Only then can you inherit the throne of Regna. Axion seems to have become a different person as he speaks. But you are definitely weaker than me. That is the most obvious conclusion. I will be the strongest and take the throne, therefore. I cannot lose to someone like you here. Anyone who gets in my way must die. After saying that, he turns and swings his sword at Theo, who dodges just in time. The sword strike hits the ground, creating a large crack, sending dirt and rocks flying. Axion thought Theo had been hit, but Theo had dodged the blow. Theo leaps high into the air, diving straight down towards Axion. The sword pierces through Axion, leaving him in shock. At this moment, the subordinates finally notice Liam. Captain, Liam, are you okay? Damn it. I know you're brave, but this is too reckless. Liam struggles to shout. What are you all still standing there for? Don't worry about me. Hurry and save young Master. Axion kill Theo Ragnar. But why are you being so stubborn? Why don't we? Liam interrupts. Go now. Kill him. Now, if young Master Axion dies, we will all be in danger. Theo and Axion continue to fight. Axion goes all out, unleashing fatal sword strikes. How can this be? It's absurd, impossible. Axion recalls past words when mentioning Jackal. You must always anticipate the unimaginable. Even a lantern hanging in the wind can sway, and can also suddenly flicker out. Axion thinks to himself, no, it can't be. You once said, why even bother with that whine kid? He's just a useless, good for nothing. I'll just play with him for a bit, and put him in his place, don't you understand? The power gap between you and Theo isn't that big. Axion, unable to accept the truth, screams in a fit of rage. No, it can't be. A piece of trash like you will be crushed by me easily. I will become the Lord of the North, and I will seize the throne of Regna. Axion roars with resentment. His eyes now only hold unforgiving, killing intent. Anyone who dares to stand in my way, end of flashback. Axion turns into a mindless beast, no longer in control of himself. Axion charges forward to attack. Theo stands still, his eyes blazing with... Theo shouts, criticizing his opponent because of your ruthless ambition. Countless of my people have fallen. If you won't give up that ambition, I will crush it. Even if I have to use force with the power of the 3 dragon claws granted to me. Theo grips his sword tightly, transforming into a mighty dragon as he charges forward. I will become even stronger and cut you all down on the border between life and death. Axion is horrified by Theo's immense power. All eyes are drawn to that spot. They say a brilliant light is erupting. Axion is stunned, silent. Space seems to freeze. A terrifying slash like a storm tears through the wind. It cuts through Axion. The surrounding trees shake violently. The wind explodes, swirling and blowing everything away. In the end, Axion's body is shattered to pieces. His body collapses as each part separates from the other. Theo coldly looks at Axion's corpse, not one trace of pity in his eyes. Liam exclaims in horror, young Master Axion. Blood streams down the wall, drops of it falling on Ascen's head. The panicked subordinates fall silent. Leon screams in terror. Kill him. Kill that bastard. Now everyone charge. Leon orders the crowd to charge at Theo, but Theo doesn't flinch. He even responds with a contemptuous smile. Theo thinks to himself, I'm in big trouble. From now on, this is an all-or-nothing gamble even in my best condition. I couldn't fight 4 high-level prosecutors, especially in my current exhausted state. Things are becoming more hopeless. My stamina is at its limit and my mana is almost depleted after that last move. Isn't he supposed to show up soon? All 3 of them charge at Theo at once suddenly. Remington's group appears blocking the attack for Theo, who is surprised. Each member of Remington's group takes on a prosecutor. Theo asks loudly, what about you guys? Why are you helping me? Remington replies with a smile. We're saving a team in danger. Isn't that the obvious thing to do? Young Master Theo. Theo is moved by those words. Erica says you're even more impressive in person. The muscular guy adds, Theo, you're amazing. Theo, this is the first time I've met someone as strong as you. I really admire you. The guy who was tied up before has freed himself. It's Shibin. He grabs a sword and charges forward. We really want to help young master. Theo, we can't just run away after causing all this trouble. Swords clash, sending sparks flying. Remington speaks up. It's strictly forbidden for supervisors to get involved. Everyone knows that directly interfering with a candidate is a serious crime, isn't it? This statement makes the prosecutor tremble. Sweat pours down like rain. He turns to Liam and asks urgently, Sir Liam, what should we do now? The situation is out of our control. Or should we just eliminate all of them? Please make a decision, sir. Liam, covered in blood, struggles to get up. He breathes heavily, his eyes empty. We have failed, he thinks to himself. We couldn't gather any information about the treasure of the Rose Palace, and we also failed to eliminate Theo. Even Lord Axion is dead. Now we're in a very precarious situation. There's no way to salvage this failure in this situation. The optimal solution is the guards try to resist. He roars with furious eyes. There's no more time. Liam coldly orders, kill them all. The subordinate is shocked. What a burst of magical power explodes. And an abnormal monster transformation occurred, leading to the annihilation of all candidates right here on the scene. That is the best measure. Let's fabricate this as an accident to erase all traces related to Jonathan. Liam takes out a bag inside, which are some objects that look like black marbles. He says 20 level 5 monsters are enough to cover this up as an accident, understand? The subordinates were shocked but could only obey now. Yes, sir, all for Jonathan's sake. As soon as he finished speaking, he was stabbed again from behind by a man in black, a fatal blow. The marbles scattered everywhere. He screamed Liam's name in agony. Damn you, Liam. Another problem has arisen. Those are the white-clad knights of the Dragon Clan, the supervisors. Diggin and Arian Park's super spoke up. What the hell are you doing? Also present was Supervisor Natasha Kobe from the Plum Blossom Palace, and Supervisor Sandy Gunner from the Waterwheel Palace. Liam gritted his teeth, wondering how they got here so fast. Liam collapsed, covered in blood. His subordinates panicked after glancing at them. He shouted, you 3 stand still. If you want to live, surrender now. If you want to die like Liam, keep resisting. They were all too scared to move a muscle. Theo wearily fell into a girl's arms. He said, Supervisor, you came at the perfect time. The white-haired girl caught Theo and replied thank you while watching the group being escorted away. Remington asked in alarm Theo that was incredibly reckless. Why would you do that, young Master Theo? It was too risky, Erica chimed in. Why didn't you call me, the muscular guy said. Hey, don't forget, I helped too, the whole group lamented. Theo, you can't die until we have our rematch. Young Master Theo sacrificed so much to save us. Theo hugged the girl, his heart filled with happiness, and he breathed a sigh of relief. Even if I have to die, I have no regrets. This is the power I've always craved. The girl smiled and replied, hey Theo, while you're at it, bring the bell here, so I can take first place. The scene changes to a meeting. The man in the superhero mask announced that action had fallen in battle. The second round of the awakening ceremony has officially ended. A group of people are gathered chatting animatedly. At the gathering point, an old man with white hair appeared. Yet he exuded an air of authority and majesty. He was standing on a rock ledge. His resonant voice captured everyone's attention. You young ones have all performed exceptionally well, and thus, I hereby officially declare the end of the second round of the awakening ceremony. He is the High Dragon Phyrexna. The second round of the coming of age ceremony has ended. The crowd below began to murmur excitedly upon seeing him. Someone said he's one of the 9 Dragon Kings. Why is he here? You never see him, another person added. Out of the 87 candidates who participated, 45 survived. This number is quite impressive. Indeed, the geniuses are all gathered in this generation. He squinted, his sharp eyes glinting, especially the one in the lead with an incredibly outstanding score. All candidates have completed the second round of the coming of age ceremony. All of you will be promoted from swordsman, trainee to the primary level. This alone is enough to make you young people proud. Now you are officially permitted to act as official swordsmen of Rekna. Everyone present has passed the qualifying round. So now I will announce the scores for the second round. In first place is Theo Rekna with 1,121 points. Everyone looked towards Rekna with eyes full of admiration and awe. Everyone knew this position would belong to him. As expected of Theo Rekna, over 1,000 points. How is that possible? He had no points until the very end. Hey, haven't you heard about him in Arsenal? Theo remained silent. The elder continued the announcements. Second place, Reddington Cassio, 926 points. Third place, Erica Lankin, 843 points. Fourth place, Jason, 789 points. Fifth place, and the following ranks were then announced. The final rank, 45th place, Ala Lamorne, 28 points. This concludes the list. Everyone has given their all. However, the awakening ceremony is not yet complete. There is still one final round ahead of us. Therefore, those who are eligible for the third round, please raise your hand. The contestants began to murmur among themselves. Can you do it? I can't. I didn't collect enough. I have enough points, but I still don't quite understand. Those who had enough points to enter the third round raised their hands, filled with pride and honor. Theo silently thought about the mysterious piece of the second coming of age ceremony, the attribute-based breathing technique, or simply called elemental breath. It requires candidates to collect enough, a certain number of bells, and comprehend the knowledge from the inscriptions carved on them. Collecting them was already difficult, but understanding them was many times harder. Only those who could master it would be able to assign an attribute to their mana and qualify for the awakening ceremony. The third one. I myself failed 7 times in my past life. However, he looked at the bell in his hand. Using his ability to read the memory of objects, a chaotic scene appeared. The core of the passage gradually formed in his mind. It was the image of a young man holding a sword leaping high into the air. He swung his sword to face a majestic and proud black dragon. This helped him understand everything instantly. Friends saw the raised hands and laughed. Having just one person succeed would have been cause for celebration, but to have 4 people is impressive. Theo smiled and thought to himself, in my past life, neither Jay nor Remington could learn this technique. This must be the butterfly effect I caused. The man continued to speak. Then one by one let me witness the fruits of your labor, starting with Theo Ragnar. Upon hearing his name, he gave a confident and proud smile. Striding forward, he thought to himself, the prelude is over and many things will change, but I don't need to be afraid. The future will surely be brighter. He stopped and spoke. The ability I have obtained is lightning absorption, release control and amplification of electrical energy. A magic circle appeared at his feet. As the circle gradually expanded, sparks of lightning began to appear around him. It created a magnificent scene that amazed the onlookers. First, it absorbs lightning attribute mana, then it releases it. His eyes flashed with the color of lightning. A large explosion erupted, engulfing him. It was as if a bolt of lightning had struck the very spot where he stood. The ground around him was torn up, sending earth and rocks flying. Everyone was astonished. They were incredibly excited as they witnessed this spectacular scene. I can't believe he can not only absorb, but also release energy. As expected of young Master Theo, his reputation is well-deserved, while demonstrating his extraordinary ability. Normally, it would have ended here. Theo smiled and created another orb of lightning, leaving everyone stunned. Erica exclaimed, I'm starting to like this guy. The muscular guy's jaw dropped in amazement. So strong. Ferran laughed heartily. What a surprise. I didn't think you could achieve such a level of control. Your reputation is truly well-deserved. The old man noticed something unusual. Theo hadn't stopped there. A brilliant light emanated from his heart and his power exploded once more. His eyes turned sharp and cold. Breath of the Thunder God. He rushed towards him. He drew his sword and delivered a powerful slash. From that slash, an energy dragon materialized. The dragon charged straight at Friend. All the contestants were shocked. Why would he dare attack the supervisor? Facing the impending attack, Friend seemed completely unfazed. He smiled. This kid is interesting. He's already reached the expansion stage. He raised his hand. Hovering drops of water appeared and swirled around. Breath of the Water God. The energy dragon dissipated just before reaching Friend. He said to Theo, I permit you to test the examiner. Well done, Theo Regna. You are awarded 1,000 points. Theo replied, thank you, thank you. He thought to himself, just as expected. The High Dragon is always generous to brave candidates. The scores were announced once again. First place, Theo Ragnar, 2,121 points. Second place, Remington Nariko, 926 points. Third place, Erica Lank, 843 points. Fourth place, Ragnar, 789 points. The muscular guy looked bewildered at the score. Over 2,000 points. That's truly overwhelming. Another voice rang out. It's on the same level as Lord Thor Kelferi's score. That person remarked, the 3 of you remaining, show me what you've got. Remington's special skill demonstration earned him 500 extra points. Jai's performance was awarded another 300 points. Erica also received an additional 300 points. He looked at the announcement board and said, truly evenly matched. Normally, surpassing 1,000 points is already considered excellent. So we have 4 outstanding people. In first place is Ragnar with 2,121 points. Second place goes to Rylington National with 1,426 points. Ranked third is Erica Lanka with 1,143 points. In fourth place is Ragnar with a score of 1,089. Friend said, All of you have done your best. Contestants not participating in the final round, you may now leave. And be ready for the results announcement ceremony in 1 week. Everyone has left, leaving only 4 candidates. Now, we will begin the 3rd round. An invisible pressure prevented them from moving. A giant dragon suddenly appeared. The power of Roblox is present here once again. My dear friends, map is very hungry for likes. Brothers, enjoy the story. If you like it, please support me with a like. To any new brothers, please subscribe to the channel so we can meet again. See you again. See you.